Sorry, I didn't
know. Your adrenaline is pumping. Over $20,000 is on the line. The clock is ticking. Buzzer beater bad beat has begun. The famous Texas Card House bad beat is back. Take your shot to win big. Be in any Texas Card House when it hits, and you get your share. $100 cash in your hand. The bad beat jackpot rises every day, and the qualifying hand gets easier and easier each day. Just by being checked in, you're a winner of $100, no matter which Texas Card House you're in. Texas Card House is the only poker club in the state offering you this. Come into Texas Card House all spring to win.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TCH Live. My name is Derek. I'm joined by Chris Cashman. He goes by Cashman in the YouTube live streams. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
Very good. He'll be commentating with me tonight. If y'all don't know him, he's one of our big game players here. He plays a lot of our Tuesday and Wednesday live streams. And for those that don't know, he actually started playing, what, 1-2 here about a year and a half ago, right?
Something like that, yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, so ran up a stack, as they would say, bankroll.
That's a PLO flow. But not tonight.
For sure, really excited to commentate.
Yeah,
the Wednesday game is always so much fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have you on. We do have a few special guests here, actually. In seat 1, Juliet, a.k.a. Queen of the Felts. We also have Wolfgang Poker here joining us here tonight. Both of them quite the presence on Instagram, so you should definitely follow them with their respective Instagrams, I believe. It's probably Queen of Felt and Wolfgang Poker. Wolfgang also has a YouTube vlog as well.
Yeah, very popular YouTube vlog.
And a few of these players, obviously, very regular players here. Seat 2, OFC Sean. Seat 3, Habip. Seat 4 is Wolfgang. Seat 5 is Carlos. 6 is Sam Clarke Poker. I believe he also has a YouTube vlog as well. Seat 8. I believe is empty. And it's seat 9. It's sold by Randy. Quite the character.
The legend,
yeah,
Randy.
The legendary Randy. Appreciate everyone tuning in right now. Got about 50 of y'all starting with us early in the stream. We got Jeff 7S, Frank, Doug R, Kicker Problems, Kevin Cashman. Is that your father?
How you doing, Dad?
Kevin Cashman in the chat. How's it going? Karina, Crippy Mike. JTN, David Tan, lots of regular chatters here joining us here tonight. Thank you all so much.
Looks like Carlos takes down the flip.
That's awesome. And it looks like they're playing a bit of a smaller game here than our usual Wednesday game. Normally do 5-10 and quarter. But I believe to accommodate a few players here, we are doing 2 5-10, 2K max, but there's still match to stack. So, I mean,
2K max match to stack.
Yeah, I'm sure by the middle of the stream, we're going to see at least one 10K stack. There's no doubt about it, I think.
For sure.
This is the sensor.
You know, and actually, me and Chris were actually just chatting here before the stream, and there was actually a 25-25-50 that I think Chris had his eyes on, probably post live stream. He's ready to go play in. Hopefully, it's still running for you.
I was supposed to get here early for it, but decided to take it up, and then turns out it's the greatest game of the century. But, you know, things happen.
Just to give you an idea, a few of our players were slotted to play our live stream, are currently playing in that quarter 50 game. So this gives you an idea how good of a game that is.
For sure.
Right off the bat here, we got some action. Queen of Felt.
Okay, I'll let y'all about
Going to open the dash with the pocket 6. Sam Clarke going to 3-bet to 200, it looks like, with the King, Queen of Hearts. Looks pretty standard here from both players.
Looks like Habib's going to get in there.
Habib, of course, with the more non-standard lines, but that's why we like to have him on the stream. No one likes to see GTO poker 24/7.
For sure.
Sassy in the chat. Also Mighty Hammer. Power couple join us here in the chat. If you're unfamiliar with them, they're actually both husband and wife.
Wow.
They both enjoy playing a lot of poker here.
Didn't know that.
I'm sure you've played with Mighty Hammer at some point.
It's coming. It's coming. Thank you.
Interesting flop here. Clarke does have 2 overs and a gut shot. Backdoor hearts.
For sure, open-ender for Habib. Looks like he's going to bet it.
This is why I don't play 2-5-10.
And once you do have the
God,
pre-flop
all
3
your
better
money. You got the 9?
checking to you
Folded
after
jacks.
3 betting, and it checks to you in position. I think it's a great spot here for him to bet here and take the pot down.
No, it didn't turn over.
Out of the 3 players, he's the one more likely to have a 9, more likely to have a jack.
Certainly.
I imagine. So
Exactly. That's what I'm
you
saying.
have to represent a wide range of holdings there.
For sure.
Nice hand for him.
Nice hand, Habib.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, you playing in the Wednesday stream, Tuesday stream, and obviously, I mean, I guess it's tough to get this across to a lot of our viewers. I feel like, the 4 hours they see you play is a snapshot, right, into the number of hours you usually play per week. I guess for our viewers out there, can you give them an idea of how often you play, or what your typical goal is per week?
How often I play personally?
Yeah.
I think I probably play more than anybody else here.
Okay.
I think last month my total was 320 hours,
Wow.
something like that
Okay.
per month. So I play a lot. Mostly the big game. I play the big game whenever it runs, and then 2-5 to fill the rest of it. But yeah, I put in a lot of hours for sure.
So would you say that's your average month, or that's just kind of an abnormal?
The range is somewhere between 280 and 315,
Okay.
something like that.
So still a considerable amount.
For sure, for sure. Definitely play a lot.
Miguel's missing.
It's hard to move up from 1-2 to 25-50 without putting a lot of volume in. It's very important.
No.
Looks like it's a limp pot to daily double up. It's gonna squeeze.
And Daily Double Up, actually, it's his first time playing on our live stream. His actual name is Kyle. Also likes to be known as the River Whisperer, a.k.a. Daily Double Up, a.k.a. Kyle Big Pots, a.k.a. OMC Slayer.
Wow.
He's a Dallas native, semi-pro, TCH reg, made his bankroll baiting 1-2 Rex into donating the rent money. Then moved up in stakes as of 2023. Sometimes prides himself on being the weasel. He prides himself on being slippery and unpredictable. There you go. Wow.
Quite an introduction.
Yeah, a little bit about Daily Double Up there.
I need to listen to nicknames like that.
I'm
You
all
know,
in
you need it.
99% chance I have 7.
I mean, everyone thought
That's
your
something.
nickname was Cashman until they realized that it was actually your last name, right?
Yeah, it's my
7 dudes, everybody
actual
pays 50
birth
bucks.
certificate last name.
7 dudes.
No funky business.
Oh, and for those of y'all wondering, I got Christopher Cashman here commentating to me. My name is Derek.
Getting it.
Is Mr. Delivery talking? No.
One
I
better.
think- I
One
think-
better.
Yeah, I think that actually kind of offends Chris here.
Can we ban them from the chat? Is there,
Yeah,
is there a
yeah.
button to click? Okay.
I actually could, but. Sassy, I'm guessing poker is your full-time job. I imagine currently, right?
Before school, yeah, it's fine. Looks like Wolfgang's gonna get in there with the 7 deuce. Is there a bounty?
Not that I. Cooper, is there a 7 deuce bounty? Oh, they just started it. Okay.
Makes sense.
So they're doing 7 deuce for some amount of money here, and I mean, you can't just fold, right? $50 each. Okay.
$50 each.
That's actually pretty
Wow,
significant.
that's a pretty significant bounty.
for this stack.
For 2-5-10, that's a very
for
significant
2K
bounty.
buy-in.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty chunky.
Daily double up.
You could win. Yeah, you could increase your stack by what? 20%? 25%?
Comes a 3-bet pre. Habib. I think he limped and then called the 3-bet. Queen 8 suited. Wolfgang got out of there. Daily double up continues.
And Habib, it's been super interesting watching his play grow the past, I want to say past 3-4 months, because he's been really picking these spots where he just has a lot of good intuition. Just has no, I mean, okay, he just calls. I was about to say he's about to raise, some great intuition there to just raise with Queen 8 high. Does pick up the Queen high flush draw on the turn. Really interesting. Don't know how Daily Double Up could continue with just King high here, but he looks like he's going to put the.
I think I'd rather have
Continue the gas here.
some form of equity. Certain Habib's not going anywhere with the Queen 9 flush draw. Interesting river. Probably expect Daily double up to stab small, represent ace-x, that kind of thing.
And he will check and probably miss opportunity there as Habib will pounce on the weakness
Habib's
here.
going to take it away.
Yeah. What's so crazy though is even if Daily Double did, you know, try to represent the wheel there, Habib might have just raised anyways. Missing his heart draw, knowing his queen high is no good. Takes out another pot.
I'm gonna see it on ESPN tomorrow anyways.
You can see just Mallory walking by there in the background. I think there's like a fun little prop bet here. I don't dabble in Instagram that much, but I saw a little bit of back and forth between Queen of Felt and Aaron from Austin. I think the prop bet is the Queen of Felt says she's going to win 5K on the stream. And if she does, I think Aaron has to do like 40 push-ups and drink like chicken broth with tequila.
That's an interesting punishment.
I need to look on his Instagram real quick. Let's see. So,
What's that?
yeah, okay, here it is. So,
Bomb.
yeah, a broth bomb and then 40 push-ups if she wins 5K plus. Which, I mean, that's definitely still a huge. That's a lot of money even in this game.
Yeah, for 2-5-10,
yeah.
that's a big win. I do expect the straddle to be on eventually. I mean, rarely is there a game that OFC's sitting in where there's not a straddle on.
Yeah, and he'll usually try to push the straddle as well.
For sure.
Is this that 500K tournament that they've been promoting?
Definitely like the mix of players here tonight. We have some professional players here in the mix. Sam Clarke, Queen of Felt.
I think I'm an idiot.
I believe Wolfgang also does play for a living. And then a good mix of other players as well, which is always what you want to see on a poker live stream.
Certainly. So it looks like there's a chance we get Miguel in the 8th seat. It's supposed to be there. We shall see.
Yeah, it looks like they're filling his name in currently.
You win one as like a person that has like an audience. It just is really.
He should definitely have to drink the broth bomb first. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that'd
so
be.
that's crazy.
Yeah, if Aaron somehow shows up in chat, we got to ask him about this prop bet. Oh, and special shout out there to Juliet's children.
Negative ghost runner.
I believe Annabelle and Nikolai. If you're watching right now, welcome to the live stream chat. Thank you all so much for tuning in and supporting your mother here.
For sure.
Yeah, I only met him yesterday. So.
Oh, just yesterday. That's how far back you go?
Well, we go back a lot further than that, but we only met yesterday.
Yeah.
Talked online for a long time.
Are you from Garland, or what's your accent from?
England.
England. Oh, okay. It's close.
Carlos.
Oh my gosh.
My law partner's in England right now in London.
It's hard to catch
for
it on
a
the stream
wedding.
sometimes, but Carlos is
He throws
one of the funniest people I've
ghost town
played poker with.
yesterday night.
Yeah, no, his comments are pretty like just off to the side, and like, you either have to just not be talking or just somehow just catch his offhanded comments.
For sure.
I'm not 25. You can do 50 if you want.
Okay, boys.
You were halfway there. It's a lot of effort to take it back. You just want to leave it out there.
He's like, all right, slow down. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Appreciate everyone joining us here tonight. We are streaming 2510 for the next 4 hours. My name is Derek. I'm joined by special guest commentator Christopher Cashman, known as Cashman on the live stream streets.
Yes, sir.
If y'all have watched our Tuesday or Wednesday streams. Probably one of the more hands you might be familiar with would be big hand against you and Rom. Don't mean to bring back any.
Wow. Wow, Derek. Huh? Draw.
It's
I'm
just,
out,
it's
I'm
just,
out, no.
it's just the most memorable hand I think a lot of people are going to remember you from, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate fold. I think I played in Miami a week after that, and I like show up to play 1025. I'm
someone-
sitting down. It's almost like, oh my gosh,
You're
are
the
you
one-
that guy who made that horrible fold
Oh my
versus Rob on TCH Live?
Oh
I was like,
my
oh
gosh.
jeez, oh jeez.
Are you serious? That actually
Yeah,
did happen?
that actually
I'm
happened.
so sorry.
No, it's fine. But no, yeah, that's definitely probably the biggest spot I've played on TCH Live. Rom's a gangster.
Yeah, that was a gangster move, but I can't blame you for the fold. I mean, everything's a scream, not flush there. I mean, what?
Oh, Phil got you last time.
You had the worst cards to make the call, too.
And he sold rolled DW.
No, not Phil.
Let's see.
Yeah, I did see that.
The Deuce
RV
four.
Phil in the chat. He's actually currently in the room playing.
Blue Fin.
10-7.
That's my
No,
name on the list.
But
There
20
it is.
minutes before that, Deuce four.
RV Phil.
That was a
Will
17.
Montgomery says, wow, Derek.
Deuce four suited. And he had 7-6, same suit.
I just have to give some background for some viewers that may not know who Chris is.
It's like Randy's in there. I really enjoy watching Randy play. He's like
No, he went all
probably
in.
one of the most
He
exciting
bluffed, like,
players
6K.
we've had on tchlive the last couple months, and a really fun time to watch.
Gut shot.
I think one of my favorite hands I watched of him was him in OFC.
The 9-4.
Yeah, and they both had just, it was like bet on the turn,
600.
raise,
And he removes 1800.
min raise, or no, min raise, 3-bet, 4-bet, and then a 5, it was like,
5-bet min raise.
I think it was
yeah.
a 5-bet min raise on the turn, right? At the first time I've ever seen a 5-bet on the turn.
Nothing on the board at all. Right?
And then he's like, haha!
Got him. 600.
Oh my gosh.
Turn comes a 5.
I never giggled so much at a poker table. That stream, I couldn't keep it together.
Oh, you were
know?
just direct right,
Yeah, I was
too,
just
right?
direct right. I
Yeah.
couldn't keep it together.
Plus a club.
I do remember that, yeah.
He's first to act. He just goes
Somehow
all
he's
in.
making the call here. Maybe some devious intentions of a second spade. Excuse me,
And
fourth
then that
spade
10
comes out. And now if you're Sam Clarke, it's kind of rough here. Like, you don't have the spade draw. You don't even know if your queen is clean out.
And you have so many clean barrel, like clear barrels that have a little more equity.
But
That
that was a sick play on his
definitely makes sense to barrel sometimes, but you don't want to overdo it.
Put me on a deuce for, obviously.
So he does check turn, and Randy does check back. What do you do here if you're Sam Clarke?
Shows up with king high on river. I wouldn't blame him for stabbing, but
Any draw.
looks like he's going to give up and Randy takes it down.
Ship it. Ship it, Sam.
Nice call.
I think.
I think if you
Randy
knew it
just
was
knew where he was
250, you
at.
would've folded. You thought it was 150.
Nice hand there for Randy.
Nice hand to Mr. Randy.
With the ace-8 high.
Did you have deuce 7?
I wish I had that excuse. I just.
Oh, you would have. You would have.
Tiberian 2008 says, can we get a shot of the rest of the floor? So I can't control that
That's an ambitious
in
one.
10 minutes.
Are you straddling?
In 10 minutes, we'll get a shot of the rest of the floor, so stay with
Get
us.
your green out there, Sam.
Looks like we already have the contract straddle on.
Just because.
Awesome. That's what we want to see. So 2, 5, 10, 25, it looks like. Sweet voice Derek.
Honey Jack and lemonade?
I don't know who Derrick Derek is, but my name is spelled Derek.
Oh,
RJ.
okay.
Amateur hour.
Take. I got some Dos Equis if you want.
Oh, she's going to lift the button. Habib makes it 150 with the
I'll get back to
deuces.
you on that.
Habib loves the deuces.
Get him a
I've learned
broad
this playing with him. He's a big fan of the deuces.
So I can only imagine how excited he gets if he
Coffee,
hits
a
the
little bit of cream cheese.
set. So you're saying if Wolfgang raises here, he's never folding.
I would be
no
so
shot.
I don't know. I don't want to make any predictions, but I haven't seen Habib throw the deuces away.
And look at this, Wolfgang
In the
getting
past.
the aces here.
There we go.
It's a snap call, out of position. Snap call here. Let's see what the flop brings here. Oh, there's 3. Oh wow, he has a gut shot.
Well,
He
it's a
has
gut
outs.
Backdoor spades, I think. Gonna lead for 1,000.
Lead for 1,000. I think Wolfgang's gonna be all in now.
Whatever.
400 to call.
The white's
This is new Habib. Habib would never get after it like this before, but
Well, no, because it's at 5.
he's got the heart.
I think it's increment.
Running into it this time.
Yeah, no, does have, the spades are clean out as well, so that'd be pretty sick if the turn came any spade.
And I know we've both seen Habib do it before. It is not out of the
Yeah.
realm of possibility.
I don't see Habib folding now. I mean,
Pull this out.
he knows he's probably behind, but I mean, it's a 2,000 max. He's probably bought bullets to reload and match.
Certainly.
450 more.
450 more.
And the snap call. So we need a 5 deuce
Push it to her. She can't
runner under spades.
Good guess.
Kings
Got
and
ace.
sevens, I think it is.
You got your favorite hand? You got your favorite hand? Pocket sevens?
Kings and deuces.
You
He
got
actually
my
said
favorite.
his favorite hand.
Pocket aces.
Yeah, once.
Okay.
Looks like
Wait, what? What's going on here?
For an ace.
And that's going to be a full double up there for Wolfgang Poker.
Okay, Sam.
Nice hand for him.
Oh yeah.
Beep going to go back into the
Did you guys have a problem?
pocket there, get some chips.
Yeah, thanks.
Brought him for everybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
looks
next
like
time I'm on a stream, I'll bring some good
Tiberian
stuff from
2008
I forgot you gotta
just
bring
wanted the shot of the room to see how busy it was. Oh, well, we're packed right now. We're running our 500K mystery bounty tournament. I know Chris isn't much of a tournament player, but I mean, you have to. I mean, it's electric in there. That's
Yeah.
day 1C today.
Room is packed.
Yeah, room is packed right now. Every table's filled. Cash games, tournament tables. Yeah, let's see. I'll get the. There we go. 500K mystery
You
bounty.
said that you lost.
Still got 3 more flights. I think registration just ended for day 1C, but day 1D through day 1F we still have tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. If you do somehow make day 2, you can come back on Sunday, March 19th at 12 p.m., and that's when the mystery bounties come into play, and that's when the fun begins.
Super happy if you win.
I have so many friends playing it.
I was rooting for you.
Yeah,
Some
your
from the stream.
your
Harvey,
friend
Edison,
Harvey,
all
yeah.
these guys. Yeah.
Look at it. See, that's why he calls you what he calls you. Leave this shirt.
We're gonna get him. Just gotta let him, like, you know, think that we're doing this.
So I want to catch out.
I had one
Did
of those.
Sam Clarke play the stream regularly his last trip?
I think he played
We'll take a chance.
once, I want to say. If he did play, I don't think it was that often.
He wasn't 17.
Let's see. Alvin teaches poker. Says, so proud of my student.
I just get like what, 300 or something like that?
Which one's your
More.
student?
That would have been good.
800, you get 350.
Habib.
Are we not straddling anymore?
Oh, Habib?
No.
Can you button shot?
Anyways, yeah, that tournament is going to be quite the hit.
was
Obviously,
on
obviously going to
SCPokervlogs.
smash the guarantee, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to hit around $1 million.
50.
I imagine,
There you
for
go.
the total
Don't
prize
even
pool,
question that
including the
myself.
bounties. And then the mystery bounties on Sunday when they start. They're going to range from $200 up to $20,000. So
Wow.
you could just knock one player out, get $20,000.
That's crazy.
Not even at the final table. Make probably more than half the final table.
Depends what.
Yeah, I'm not much of a
what's-
tournament player,
Yeah,
but
today, yeah.
the TCH tournaments, these
Every
like
other live
every
stream
other
I'm on, I
month,
get
bigger
voted over
tournaments,
both
they always
$14
smash out of the park. I mean, really
So
fun
far, we're
events.
off to a good start, but
Randy here with the big hand here.
feeling
The ace king
things are a
suited.
bit spicy here.
Just gonna call.
Did you say raise or call?
Was that 150 was your bet?
Yes.
That, I did not hear that. That's why I was looking at that. Call.
So how do I obtain said Dos Equis?
You can either go up to the bar or tell that waitress right here.
I just go up to the bar and say, "Give me a Dos Equis."
Just like the commercials.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Kyle.
So how many times
don't
has
drink
someone
beer often.
offered you a drink at the poker table?
Happens from time to time, but I'm
You think he's
It's
gonna
not my,
show his ID?
not my thing regardless. Even without it. Sure.
Who wants to do a side bet with me?
Hi.
They're gonna ID.
Randy flops a good
Kyle's
shot.
Dos
Back
Equis.
to do.
Ace king high.
He won't have it
How
on.
old do you have to be to play in this room?
This actually looks very similar to a board that I had with Ace King not too long ago, but
I don't want
getting that later.
This looks similar to what I had with ace king not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last week with Paolo. I was sure.
Did you continue barreling?
I think I had called his 3-bet pre. Ace king.
Oh,
Flop
I was
comes like
I
queen
was the
high dry.
aggressor, yeah.
Comes like queen high dry. Check. Turns a 10. He bets. I call. River's a queen.
All right, cheers,
He bets 2K. I jam for like 8K. As a bluff.
Did you get carded?
He folds. Get to rub it in his face a little bit. You know,
Oh,
Paolo's the
very
best.
nice,
I look
very
like a
nice.
12.
Love
First I get
You
carded.
know, 12,
it to him.
but you look like you would get carded.
So bet
Yeah,
and
I
a
get carded
call
by like
on the turn.
someone
Randy now
wanted
checks
cigarettes, and I had to
over.
go buy it for them 'cause I don't smoke. I probably
No, Randy
got
leads
it
on the river, excuse me.
18 or whatever.
It looks like he bet the turn. 275.
Oh, Randy did
OFC
bet the turn.
calls 275. River goes bet 500. Call 500.
Ace king? It's good.
Hi.
Wow, he gets called on the river there
Sick
by
value.
OFC's
What a value.
ace deuce high. And right on cue here, we got Miguel here in the 8th seat.
Miguel's hopping
Wait,
in.
Ace King was good?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well played.
Man.
Excellent play.
Do it early now, late.
37.
OFC's the best.
What'd you call?
He's never scared to put the money in when he feels it's right.
You know, I mean, a lot of people probably, it's probably frowned upon, right? Or not frowned upon, but discouraged to just purely put money in just so you can see what your opponent has. But I feel like sometimes Sean does that just so he just really, he's genuinely curious to what Randy
sure.
has there. That
Call that pattern.
just called pre-flop and then let out turn.
You have to buy the straddle.
You know,
What
and
do they call this pattern?
maybe to Sean that
That was a good
information was worth
straddle.
$500 for later in the stream.
Sure.
We'll see.
Sure.
I can see a check. I can see a checkerboard.
Ruby, I'm gonna add on for 5.
Oh, it's fake RV fill. It's uncapped now?
No, it's Matt's side. 500.
Oh,
That's what I thought too.
I'm like, okay. Might as well up the blind then.
Queen of Felt here with the Queen 10 offsuits.
I'll throw it away.
Totally fine.
Buck and a squirt.
OFC opens mystery hands.
Buck and a squirt. See, the first time I heard that saying was in a poker room, and it was here. And it was like 3 months ago, and someone raised, or I think someone bet,
Johnny vibes.
yeah, 125, and they called it a buck and a squirt. And I was like, what? And like 2 other people on my table were like, oh yeah, that's buck and a squirt, because a buck is $100, and then buck and a squirt.
So
Have you heard anyone say that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
So much weird poker lingo.
Oh man.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Oh, right in the mix already here, Miguel. It's a 9 here. Doubt he's going to fold, hitting a pair here.
Looks like flop goes check. OFC bet 175. Miguel's in there with the 9.
Push and pull like
How many streets is Miguel going to call here? Let's pick up equity here. Oh no, never mind.
Looks like his 9 holds. See if he gets the showdown.
nice bluff.
Looks like OFC stabs, takes it down.
It's Jack.
We do have our dealer Ruby here dealing our stream tonight. She's a great dealer, very quick, has a lot of experience. I believe she dealt quite a bit in Vegas in the World Series, and she's having a little trouble getting the card off the screen there, but there we go. She dealt quite a bit in Vegas, World Series of Poker.
What about nails?
She's very familiar
I understand nails.
with all the rules and dealing high stakes.
It's Women's History Month. Of course I know about nails.
It's just anytime there's a silence, you just hear a random Carlos comment. It's like, what?
Of course he knows about nails. Women's history.
I actually ran into Kim Stone. Oh no.
Because you need them for
I think
2-5.
Miguel just took. Uh-oh. What's Miguel's 3 cards?
Miguel's playing pineapple.
What's going on here? He definitely grabbed Randy's card on accident there.
Right.
But I saw Kim Stone playing on table 9 in seat 9 actually. So I think she's battling out in the tournament streets. Oh, there we go, the shot of the room. And there she is.
Right on cue.
Yeah, as if on cue here. We got the shot of the room here. Full house.
Looks like we have Harvey 3 tables back. Edison 4 tables back. Packed house.
Oh, looks like Carl there.
Jesse.
Jesse, wow, they're the same tournament table? Jeez. that's a brutal table. But full house here. Cash games, tournament tables galore. If y'all like poker, cash game, or tournament, you should come check out TCH Dallas.
Even when the tournament isn't running, it's insane how full this room is on weekdays.
Right.
I've never been to a poker room where it's jam-packed 5 p.m. on every weekday.
We'll get back right to it after this hand here, as we have a big hand developing here. Daily double up with the pocket queens.
OFC limps in. Sam Clarke ISOs. Daily double up comes with a 3-bet.
I just can't see you start.
And if I know Sean here, he's probably just going to rip it.
400? 400?
There's like a 10% chance that he doesn't.
Only 1900 effective. Yeah, effectively rips it.
Yeah, okay, pretty much a rip here. It's going to commit daily double up. You can't just call. So either all in or fold here. And you probably shouldn't be folding queens to a player like Sean.
Looks like we're flipping.
Yeah, even with a limp 3-bet. And then we got a pure coin flip here. All in and a call. And I think it's just one time.
Biggest part of the night so far.
You have to do 7.
Please hold for now.
Does anybody have 7 deuce?
I had the right after we announced it. I did it.
Wow,
Very
ace
statistics
on the
given, they
turn.
made like 200.
Queen heart is live though.
Supposed to 4-bet there.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's going to do it for OFC. Nice hand, Sean.
Wow, and unfortunate there for daily double up. I mean, it's coin flip there.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Pretty much always want to get it in for that amount.
I know, I was surprised too.
I think the $25 straddle was on, so it's
Yeah,
less
then
than 100 big blinds. No,
yeah.
it's not even a question. Yep.
Yeah, I was in my mind I was thinking 200 bigs,
Yeah.
10, but you're right. Yeah, it's even less than 100 big blinds there. Nothing you could do there. Daily double up.
Happily getting it.
Especially against a player like OFC Sean. But looks like daily double is ready for some reload chips. Getting back in the mix.
Game to play.
Mark Wee in the chat. How's it going?
I played.
RJ asking for the naughty turn and got there with the ace of hearts. There's definitely a spicy one. I mean, he still had some outs there with the queen of hearts.
Can we exercise that ban from chat option again? I mean, is that a button we can click? RB. Chirping.
We got some trolls in the chat for sure. Good luck, Harvey.
How's the game out there?
Even though he's trolling, I wish you the best, Harvey, and hope you're back tonight.
I wished him the best before that comment. Now it's over. I take back all my well wishes.
Actually, if I remember correctly, every time I've done a stream on the days where they do the day ones for the big tournaments, when we finish our stream is around the time they bag. So we could definitely go sweat Harvey if he's still in it.
But it's like mandatory.
Sweat, anti-sweat.
Yeah, anti-sweat. Bust him.
Exactly.
There's a bounty on this guy right now.
Yeah, him and I played.
Ashley Hine in the chat says, let's go Queen. Love you, girl. Ashley Hine, I hear Derek commentating. Who else? Christopher Cashman as well. One of our high-stakes players plays on our Tuesday and Wednesday streams. Hope you get a chance to play one of our tournament flights, Ashley. I know you like tournaments. No problem, Harvey.
Anytime, buddy.
Get off your phone. What are you doing, Harvey?
Exactly.
Focus. Focus.
Get in the zone.
Last I heard, you had about 25 bigs. So
looks like Habip turns a straight. OFC has top pair.
Just a snap call. Just slow playing his straight.
A super snap. 800 behind, 900 in the pot.
10 of diamonds. Really shouldn't change too much here, but OFC will check. And Habib looks like he's all in.
I don't know if he's decided yet. You know, it's all in.
No.
Need help?
Phone a friend.
The 9-10, 9 jack, what do you have? I don't have jack.
What? Fuck, I'd never fold
And
that.
that's a fold. Nice hand there for Habib. Great fold there from Sean.
Yeah, no, 9-10, 9 jack, like a straight card. I didn't like it.
I still wouldn't fold that.
Put him on some kind of random
Oh, I was down on the turn.
straights.
Oh, good river then.
I guess he put him on 9-10, so then the river still gives him the better hand there.
If you go out
Great
in on
fold
the
there
turn,
from
I
Sean.
Good fold shot.
Ashley says, love both. Sadly, I can't play the bounty. I'm on 4-kid duty for spring break. Wow. Husband is going to Rednecks and Paychecks this whole weekend. Actually, one of our players, RV Phil, he likes going to that as well.
For sure.
Actually, I think it was around this time last year. He texted me, like, yeah, sorry I couldn't make it to the stream today. I'm at Rednecks with Paychecks. Or he abbreviated it. It was like RWP. Yeah, RWP. I was like, what is that? He's like, Rednecks with Paychecks.
Sounds like something up RV Phil's alley.
Even a 10 pair between now, so.
think he advertises his business there and has a good time over there as well.
Sean has such good intuition post-flop. Obviously, he plays a lot of hands pre, but I've said this before. He has really good intuition and a really good feeling post-flop.
Yeah.
All right, let's play
He's made some sick folds, actually.
For sure.
On
Sick
stream.
folds,
Yeah.
sick calls.
my first to act.
And he seems to really go with his gut if he has a read on his opponent.
Definitely a field player. Yeah.
Gonna go 3 ways here, probably with the 3 most action players on the table.
I'll check.
Yeah, and they call it ace side. Wow. Guess they both do have a gut shot. OC did have backdoor hearts as well.
Miguel takes it down.
Nice in there from Miguel. And actually does say, yep, RWP happens twice a year, spring break and fall mud crawl. Her husband makes all the content there people watch. It's wild. Wow, sounds like a fun time.
For sure.
What is that? $10 on the button.
Miguel's a really fun player. I have a lot of personal experience with him, and he's on quite the heater this week.
Oh, that's awesome.
We were playing 5100 like 4-handed the other night, and it's like third hand. He sits down at 3 a.m. It's like his third hand, It's like a 3-bet pot. Paolo 3-bets he calls. Paolo checks. Flop comes queen 9 deuce.
Well, eventually.
Miguel goes all in for 8,000 into a pot of 2,000. Paolo calls. They run it twice. First board 10 brick. Second board 10 brick. Miguel shows the jack 8 off for straight on both boards.
For the gut shot?
For the gut shot, just open jam on the flop.
Oh my god.
That's like a 25K pot, maybe 20K pot. 5 hands later, he gets it on the flop versus JD. Ace queen 9's the flop. Miguel has ace queen. JD has pocket 9s.
No way.
They run it twice.
And he hits
First
both?
board ace, second board queen.
Are you kidding me?
Insane. On quite the
just
heater.
like 10% on the flop both times.
Exactly.
Just wow.
Run it twice, boom, boom. One 2%er is one thing, but I've
Yeah.
never seen within one orbit to
I saw. Well, I met her last year.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
gross.
playing with her tomorrow.
Miguel's a lot of fun though. Very fun.
Well, I imagine he's in for the long haul tonight. He's running that good.
For sure.
Are you playing on Saturday too?
Wolfgang Poker here does have the nut flush draw, although the board is now paired on the turn. So he's going to proceed with caution, just going to call.
Looks like Habib's in there with a 4. Sam Clarke has the best hand for now. Lays it down. Miguel folds his gut shot.
Heads up.
I will be there Saturday too.
King of hearts on the river.
Wow.
So they put me
Heads
in.
up tournament?
Yeah, so I've never done it. I wanted to try it's on.
What's the
You
buy-in?
can bet small on the river here and take it down.
First place is like 10K.
Nice hand to beat.
Bluffing with the best hand.
And is there a trophy for first?
Got about 250 y'all joining us here tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. My name is Derek. We're joined by Christopher Cashman,
2, 5, 10.
high stakes player here at TCH and elsewhere. Plays a lot of our streams here.
It doesn't matter.
Really appreciate you hopping on tonight.
Of course, happy to do you guys any favors. I really enjoy playing on stream, and I think you guys do a great job.
Thank you so much. I know a lot of our viewers enjoy watching you play. And hold on here. Derek, I know you will know this. When does Las Colinas Irving location open? From what I've heard, it's going to be probably April, May-ish. I don't know the exact date. I know they were really trying to shoot for March, but it's starting to look like it's not happening with inspections and whatnot. But I heard it's going to be after the cruise, so that's going to be April or May. Can't give any promises, though.
You're not winning a lot.
It's like Sam Clarke's in there with the 7 deuce.
Opens
Opens +2. Miguel calls. Carlos in the straddle. Ace 3 off is going to fold.
We're going to work on that. Yeah. The winning part.
Let's see if we can see the first bounty payout.
He's going to flop the best hand here, though Miguel does have
I
2
don't know
overs
which
and
way you're
backdoor
referring to, 'cause
possibilities
they're not
here.
Yeah.
to that chord.
Yeah.
Probably not one to fold
Because I lost the pot
queen
to
10
him
high
and
on the
he
flop.
had
We'll make the call.
And I won the flip.
Oh, that's an interesting
Yeah,
turn
he
card,
won
and
the flip.
that gave him all the outs now.
I won the flip, so I got that going for me.
You always got that.
You know, if
Got
there's
that
one player that you're probably not one to blast off against with the 7 deuce, it's probably Miguel. But I don't know how much experience Sam Clarke has playing with Miguel.
Sure.
And Carlos, we
We'll
trust.
bet and make the call.
It's pretty intense.
Ace on the river, cannot be Sam Clarke's favorite card here.
Intense mama's boy.
Looks like Miguel's going to go for it.
Carlos.
Which he probably should here if he's going to arrive on the river with queen high.
Yeah, I watched you on another stream.
This one out was not good. I have 7-2. This was not what I had in mind.
You should. You
Fold
should
so he can
raise.
save 50
You
just in
should
case.
raise.
Show it,
So
Miguel.
I have 7-2
Show
and
it.
Riz. I would have
Show it. Oh my god, this is
There you go.
stone faced.
Stone
Miguel's
face.
cleaning up.
Cold Stone Killer.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna show it. I was like, there it
There you
is.
Ship it.
Saved us 50.
Ship
Thank
it
you,
to
Miguel.
Miguel.
Classic Miguel.
Appreciate it.
Killing
Oh,
it
we are playing
this
7 deuce
week.
game.
Killing
50
it, I
hours
imagine,
each.
at that
Yeah.
25-50 table, and now killing it on the stream table. He cannot run bad this
Legend.
week.
Yeah, you're
Legend.
supposed to call there. That's an
Furious.
implied odds.
But if he calls, we all lose 50.
Poker Monkey says he's ready for the cruise. Cruise, food, drink,
then
poker,
he can
craps.
demand
That's, is that the order of
potentially.
is that a Sikahul
have
thing
that
there, Poker Monkey?
Glory. Should have called for the glory.
Absolutely, from Joey Pigtails. Thank you so much. Definitely hit
You
that
guys
like
have,
button if y'all are
history?
enjoying the content so
So
far.
intelligent.
No, not really.
24
I
hours.
just,
Met him
I
today.
don't read the room very well, so I just make fun of people all the time.
For those of y'all that may not know, can you give a little more background on maybe how you got into poker?
Is it on me?
I've told a lot of our viewers this, that you used to play chess and was. I know you're very humble about it, but you were quite a skilled chess player.
Yeah, I played a lot of chess when I was younger.
This is for
And
the-
some of my chess friends, I played a lot of chess. Like my parents and I traveled around the country to play national tournaments, that kind of
if
thing.
you win on the dealer button, she
And
gets
a
this, basically.
couple of my chess friends got into poker because it's a pretty natural transition. It's a lot of the same concepts, that kind of
Right.
thing. So started playing a little bit online, and then when COVID started to go play at Choctaw after I finished my school in the morning.
You had to
So
read this
go,
one,
you know,
Mom, Dad.
work on school till noon, drive to Choctaw, play 1-2, drive back home at midnight, go to bed, repeat. You know, did that for a month or two, and then found TCH. For a while, it was a little too 1-2 here was a little too big for me, but now you know, then I started playing TCH really consistently. Through the summer, I played a ton of 1-2. Started moving up to 2-5 around, I think last May. Played a lot of 2-5, put a ton of volume in, and then started taking shots in the bigger games. That kind of.
Very, very cool.
Thanks. bud.
Very interesting hand developing here. Habib does have the straight draw and does not like folding those. So a king or an 8 on the river here could be disastrous for OFC.
He doesn't like folding them, but especially not to OFC. They have a little bit of a rivalry going on.
6
Bricks
on
out.
the river. Pretty safe run out actually for the aces. It's nice when one of the middling or bottom cards do pair.
For sure.
Counterfeits a lot of hands that were beating you, and now you could really go for value here. Trying to target, you know, maybe a king queen. Obviously queen jack, very tough spot.
Ace high good.
That's you.
Nice hand, jet queen.
Nice hand shot.
You want a green for some red? Can I entice you?
Guess so.
Thank you, sir.
Poker Monkey says, I was a chess player in high school and in the United States
If you
Air
bet all in,
Force.
it'll be really hard.
Played tournaments and made a little money, won a nice chess set in one. Was not a master or anything, but had a 1600, 700 rating. I mean, from what I understand, in live chess, 1600, 700, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
But yeah, a lot of the same concepts apply in both chess and poker. Pattern recognition, that kind of thing. Problem solving.
I feel like the element that a lot of chess players wish chess had that poker has is the variance, right? Because I mean, some of those that are listening might be like, "Oh, why do you want variance?" Well, variance is good because it makes it more attainable for a wider audience, right?
For sure. The issue with chess is like the best player is going to win like 99 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
And so no one's gambling on, no one's, you know, putting money up to play chess just because
you're going to lose 99 of 100 times against Magnus Carlsen,
Exactly.
against Hikaru, against the Botez sisters, right? Yeah, it's hard to get what you call recreational players to play chess against the professionals. But in this setting, right, you have rec players battling against the best professionals because they know they play solid. There's a chance they can win.
For sure. For sure.
I mean, not even just a chance. I mean, you're just talking about Miguel, like having the heater of the week, right?
At this rate, Miguel is pretty much the Magnus Carlsen of
Yeah.
poker. So, you know, it's coming back.
Let's make this one fold there with the 4.
She didn't pick me. Fucked up. It's the second time you.
I'm maybe trying to figure out what Habib has on this board.
Fuck it up.
You let him push you around like that, Sean?
Wow, 2 players folding the 4, which I did not expect. Wow.
Beats me.
Crushed. Smoked.
So crushed.
Smoked.
Those of y'all that are watching from the RGV area, we do have a special announcement at 7 o'clock from the general manager, so do stay tuned with us. I believe he's going to announce the RGV giveaway winners. I think they're giving away some tournament seats for, I think, a big guaranteed tournament they're having down there.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
if y'all are here watching for that, do stay tuned. We're going to be announcing that shortly once he gets on here with us.
Oh, she should have anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's separate. That's an extra 5 from him.
Well, technically it's from him.
It's from him. I'm just trying to build that up to like 100.
Shadow of 50?
She's like, let's do it.
Looks like Randy's getting in here. $50 straddle on. Randy's time to strike.
And he tends to play pretty passive pre-flop, regardless of what his holding is. I mean, the past couple streams I've commentated with him, he'll do this with ace king,
For sure.
pocket pairs, hands that you typically would raise with. He's going to be lumping in. I'm interested to see how players like Sam Clarke adjust to that, because it's something it's hard to account for, right? Because then the pots get a lot more bloated than you might expect. And I might have expected, it's like, oh, I'm isolating here, expecting the limper to fold probably 90% of the time.
Right.
Oh, which he does.
Which he does, yeah.
But I feel like most of the time he will be calling with a lot of his range there.
Agreed. Looks like Miguel's in there with the 10-5-0.
Like 8,500.
This is super interesting. Sam Clarke's position, having probably the 2 more loose players pre-flop to your left, does make it interesting.
Interesting spot here. I think he should probably continue with backdoor flush. He should probably continue. Some implied odds. Hit a jack, especially against Miguel.
Ship it.
Can't blame him for folding. Oh, it was 325? Maybe not for 325.
Yeah, it was a pretty sizable bet there on the flop.
Certainly continue with like a backdoor flush draw. You get to realize your equity a little bit easier, but I didn't realize 225. 225?
I'm going to again.
Yeah, with no heart on the flop either.
Agreed.
Yeah, like you said, it's just harder to realize where you're at.
Yeah, easier to see runouts if you can turn more equity. Frosty is feeling a daily double up coming soon.
Must be a friend of Kyle there. I think he is the big loser right now so far, but I mean, if there's any game that you can come back from, it's definitely this one.
For sure.
Plenty of money in play, players that are willing to rebuy, and loose action.
Especially since the Wednesday game always gets bigger as time goes on. I mean, I guess tonight started a 2K match stack, so a couple hours in, everyone has 5-6K.
It's pretty much what our 2-5 games are here, honestly.
For sure.
I mean, this isn't uncommon. Probably within the first hour, you see a 5K stack. Right?
For sure.
This is pretty much, for those y'all around the country that may be wondering what our 2-5 games are like, it's pretty much what you're watching right now, honestly. Yes, it is starting with a 1K cap, but that really doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, the few times that you and I have played, right? Like, by the time you're joining us, like, you're usually able to just match the 5K stack, right?
Yeah.
And for me, for my role, I typically like to play the game when it starts, and then probably leave when Chris gets there.
Yeah, for a while, when we were starting a new table in the morning, Sturdy and Izzy and I would just do a 1K PLO flip.
Right.
So we could start with 3K instead of 1K.
Oh wow, what a turn card here! And Randy does not want to hit his straight, as Miguel did turn pretty much the nuts. King's full of sixes here.
Drop the river, and Randy checks back. Randy's the best. Gives him a fist bump and everything.
Which is totally reasonable, honestly, from Miguel's perspective. With the diamonds getting there, having so much of the board, your only shot of really getting paid is either Randy valuing himself with a flush or probably bluffing right there.
It definitely makes sense to come with check raise sometimes.
Yeah, with how little, I mean, yeah, it was just a limp pot too, right? So it's just so hard for Randy to even have a hand that can call there, for sure. Mark Weiss says, I've seen 1-2 tables play this big at TCH. Absolutely. I mean, I've mentioned this multiple times. I think over the, back in February, early February when we had the ice storms, I came here and played a 2-5 session. And I kid you not, there was a guy at the 1-2 table that had $10,000. He had 8 stacks of, or yeah, no, sorry, 4 stacks of black chips, 5 stacks of green chips, and like 5 stacks of red. I was like, what is going on here?
It's a good day on the 1-2 streets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much he bought in for, but I'm assuming it's less than 10K.
Right.
I hope so.
Yeah, my friend Dylan, I think, spun it up at 1-2 to like 5K yesterday. The games are still pretty crazy, yeah.
I actually played with him on Monday. We had a few interesting hands together.
He used to chip run here, now he comes back for spring break, that kind of thing.
Did y'all go to the same high school together?
No.
No?
Just met him here.
Met him here. And just saw like, oh, same age? So something to bond over.
Exactly.
Sassy in the chat says, can you guys stream a 1-3 game? Definitely a thing we've done in the past before, and I know a lot of our viewers enjoyed it. Definitely something we could definitely bring back if we get enough support for it. So let us know in the chat if y'all would like a 1-3 live stream. I know a lot of our viewers typically play 1-2 to 2-5, so that makes it so a lot of our viewers can play in the live stream.
For sure.
There's a felt here.
She's going to c-bet, monotone board. And Miguel's going to come with check raise. Jack high, backdoor straight draw. Getting after it.
Definitely getting after here. Don't see Queen of Felt folding here. Don't see much merit in... I guess with her exact one, there is merit in 3-betting. But I don't know how often Miguel is check raising with a weak holding. Obviously, you have more experience playing with him. It's like, are you expecting him to? Oh, did she rip it?
Yeah, it looked like she went all in, yeah.
Damn, showed a 7 of diamonds?
Nice play by Juliet.
Yeah, nice hand.
Getting after it, has equity against against any hand, and past that.
You had a what?
7.
A what?
See Quint in the chat say, yes, 1-3 would be great to watch. Ashley says, Derek had fun on the one we did together again. I played the 1-3, would love that again.
Let's establish who's going to be the boss.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely keep that in mind. I'll definitely try to relay that to David. Just because, I mean, obviously, 5-10, I mean, even the lowest stake stream that we have here at TCH Dallas is quite big game. I mean, 5-10, 25, 5K max. That play is bigger than most 5-10 games in the country.
Certainly.
I'd say. So definitely could see merit to bringing that back, maybe once a month.
I really enjoyed those 1-3 streams back in the day.
You'd watch.
I played a couple of them. Yeah, my first stream experiences.
Keep trying.
We have a hand here. $50 straddle. Sam Clarke opens, pocket eights. Miguel calls from the small blind, and Juliet wakes up with jacks.
So it would have been really
In the
cool is
$10
if I
blind.
shoved with the 7-2 and 1.
That's a cool story, bro.
It is. It would have been.
We have blockers to this one.
Somebody woke up the queen.
Comes with a pretty small 3-bet. Guess it makes sense because they're stacked up with cut in half by the $50 straddle.
Nice. 2 in a row.
Take it out.
Sometimes you gotta draw the line in the sand, so. You gotta draw the line. Stop letting people bully you.
It's rough out here.
I think there's a 2-5 game going on out there if you want.
Oh my god, I can't actually wait to stack you.
It's all the way in the back corner.
1-3.
1-3, 1-3, sorry, yeah.
Is that a $500 chip you have?
Yes.
Oh, she's got her eyes on it.
Did you want him to put it in the front?
I didn't know he had it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
That's okay, he was folding anyways. That's what he does, he raises and folds.
That's his move.
It is, to be fair.
It works in London, but not here.
Doesn't work in London either.
Grace.
Good luck.
Looks like
Oh, wow.
daily double up opens the kings. Miguel's in there, and Habib ships it for 1,500 with sevens.
Yeah.
And do you have the
Quite the
Beatles
all-in
one
here.
up?
Daily doubled up, standing there with the kings.
Can I get a latte?
Probably just gonna re-jam here to isolate.
13, 6,
Poke
13,
playing,
7.
you know.
I guess he could call here if he wants to try to invite Miguel in as well.
I'd love to
I
play.
don't see Miguel make any call with any hands here.
She's protecting me.
Never count him out.
She thought I tipped that ball around.
Yeah, obviously you have more experience, so
It's a new game today.
All in.
Daily double up gonna re-jam.
400. Kyle, will you push it up?
Okay, he really was thinking about it there.
Looks like Habib's going to need a 7.
Chris S. still here? Chris S. Keith. Bo.
No 7 on the flop. Needs a 7 and a 7 only.
Not going to do it.
Daily double up hates seeing that ace on the river. But we'll see. He does have the best hand.
You hated that ace on the river. I hated every
Nice
card
hand there for Daily double up to a $5,200 stack. Does stack Habib.
Summoning them for the future.
Habib gonna probably go back again to reload.
I saw you
We'll
when you
come
saw the
right
river
back
card, you're like, oh my god.
Action here, right after these messages from
That's the first time I've
Danny. How you doing, Danny?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty well. How's it going? I believe you have
well,
some
thank
announcement
you.
to make, right, for the RGV giveaway?
We do, yes. We're giving away 2 seats to our 50K guarantee that's happening next week. So we have 2 winners. We have our first winner in the email contest that we had. It's Matt Crocker. So congrats to Matt. And then our Facebook winner is Francisco Espinosa. So congrats to both of them. They both get a seat to our 50K guarantee tournament next week.
That's very awesome. Well, I guess if they have any questions, they could reach out to you. Is there some? Or they're getting an email regarding that?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we reached out, told them congrats. So yeah, they're excited for sure.
All right, thank you so much, Danny.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it. So congratulations again to all those winners tonight. Appreciate it, and I hope you all enjoy the 50K that's gonna be happening soon in RGV. All right, you have a good night, Danny. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So again, congratulations to those players. Very exciting stuff here. I believe this is the 50K in the Rio Grande Valley. 50K guaranteed, $420 buy-in, 50K starting stack. Flights March 23rd through the 25th. 20-minute levels. Very exciting stuff.
Very exciting.
Oh, let me raise the volume here.
4 hours. That's gonna be in my head for 4 hours.
Do they normally stay and play after the stream, or?
Sometimes they do.
Oh, the cat says you can learn how to play by watching 25, 25, 50 and higher. And you can learn how not to play when watching 1-3. I can somewhat disagree with that, honestly. I mean, the play that you're going to see even in the lower stake streams is pretty representative of the play on the felt. So, right, I mean, what could you use more for your own benefit when you're playing 1-2 or 2-5 out on the floor?
Seeing Loch Ness Monster, seeing Bigfoot, and winning a hand are 3 things.
Wolfgang Poker, the big winner so far, up 1,400. Habip down 2K, daily double up, now down only 900 after finding that double up through Habip. But if y'all like tournament poker here in Dallas, you should definitely make time to come out here for our 500K mystery bounty. We still have 3 day ones left, Thursday through Saturday. Priced at $800 buy-in. You get a 50K starting stack, 30-minute levels. Still have 3 more day ones to go. Day 1C currently finishing up. Day 2 on Sunday at noon, and that's when the mystery bounties do kick in, ranging from $200 up to a $20,000 mystery bounty.
Is there any other city in Texas you'd move to?
And for those of you that don't know, they are playing the 7 Deuce game tonight for $50 a person. Looks like daily double up is going to open up the action here with the 7 Deuce.
I feel like Austin's more LA. Yeah. It's more Democrat. It's got like all the brands down there.
Dallas is 100% Democrat. Really? Okay. Yeah. It's 2006.
Shows how much I know about politics.
And Austin's more like keep it weird, kind of a.
Well, that's
Wow,
very,
what's
like,
going on here?
Venice Beach. Keep it weird.
Habip raising to 1,300. Maybe more used to a deeper style of cash game play lately, playing on our live stream and elsewhere. So maybe the 2K max, or maybe not the 2K max, but like the shallower stacks is making him a little uncomfortable.
Like that too. $30 for a nice tea.
Randy in the blender.
Hard to make a pair in this game. Wow,
He's in there.
Wow.
He's in there. Gotta love it.
What did I miss?
He raised.
A lot of tonnage, it looks like.
Now Habib's in the spot. I think it's 1,600 left.
Yeah.
He made it 1,200.
So much going
I
on.
think. Wow.
You look like the fake Conor McGregor with a lot of hair.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
A lot of action here tonight. Habib with the 9-8 of hearts.
Heavy?
Randy with the pocket 5s. There's already 4K in the middle.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Really?
And there's no premium, no face cards to be found here.
Habib shoes. It's hard to put Randy on 5s, 4s, something like that. I mean,
Right,
you
yeah.
think you're in really tough shape, right?
Yeah, if you think he has like jacks or better here, a lot of the time. So I mean, Habib's real question is, do you want to rip it in here? Let's gamble. Salvador Cervantes in the chat says, no gamble, no future, fire emoji. Absolutely, I could not agree more. If you're ever in a split decision between gambling or not gambling on the poker table, there we go.
There we go.
Should always lean towards gamble.
I'm very envious of you.
Don't know where that saying came from, but I love it.
Wherever, traveling, wherever, that's magnificent.
You hear it all the time on the poker table.
That's fantastic.
Looks like we're gonna see a flop with 400 behind.
What's going on? I mean, now SPR here
But I'm at the best. Well, the second.
Point what?
Yeah, 1.
Point 8.
I didn't have
Textbook poker, but you know the point 8 SPR, point 0.08.
meaning
Football, soccer.
yeah.
Like,
I brought my
find
cleats.
like a weekly game on the
Even against aces is not a terrible gamble. I mean, you know you're behind. Little does Habib know that he's actually coin flipping here
I mean, I'm down to also pay. You know how to do the things on the weekend?
with live suits as well.
Everyone chips in like
We have a poker game.
That's what I was thinking.
But that's something in my
We do.
7
And I can only imagine the looks on
14 people.
Wolfgang and Queen of Felt when they see the hands turned over here. They're gonna think they got gypped, like, or Queen of Felt's gonna be like, "What's going on here? I have 7s."
You should tune in right now to the Champions League.
Who are you taking?
Champions
Randy
League
or
is-
Habib?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Habib.
I'll take Randy. I think Randy's taking it down. You gotta love the heart, putting the money in the
Oh
pot.
no, for sure. Both of our picks are not anything on any of the player. I think
for
Habib's
sure.
gonna take it down. He's been kind of been put through the gauntlet. I mean, I don't think he's won a single pot.
We're all in now.
That's not good.
Holds. You need 9 or an 8.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
5s hold.
He had the nut wheel, the wheel blockers.
The wheel
so
blockers.
you know he can't have the 4-5 straight. So he's probably good. It was a flip indeed, but Randy gonna take this pot down, winning a 6K pot. Habib down to the felt again. 8% SPR, LOL. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful game we're playing here. Yeah, I feel like this always happens. Every game that I've commentated with, a guest commentator, the game's insane. Like,
Goes off the rails.
Yeah, the one I commented with Harvey was an insane game. With Dunn, it was a crazy game. With Hayden before, all like insane games. Dude.
I think it's testament to the fact that the Wednesday game is one of the craziest live stream games in the country.
I think you're right. I mean, you don't even really need to look at the amount of money. It's just the plays that are happening in this game. Randy just knew he was ahead. Soul read.
Randy gets it done.
I mean, you can't feel too bad about seeing 2 aces on the flop either. Obviously, you'd rather not see an overcard, but... Way to go, Derek. You caused the carnage, LOL. I guess so.
Didn't expect to see that, right?
I mean, I get to give some credit to Ruby as well. She's the one dealing these hands.
Don't forget the blockers too.
Right, the block.
Yeah, the block.
Yeah, the block.
Hope you all are ready for an action-packed night. We're only an hour in. We've got 3 hours to go. Randy, the big winner right now, up 4K. And for those of you that don't know, there was a side bet between Queen of Felt and our commentator from Austin, Aaron. If
That's true.
Queen of Felt couldn't win 5K or more, I don't know what she has to do, but if she does, I think Aaron has to do about 40 push-ups and drink a broth bomb, as he's calling it. That sounds disgusting, but I think it said chicken broth with tequila.
Dealers, please update your templates. All dealers, update
7
your
deuce sighting.
templates.
Queen of Felt ISOs Miguel with the 7 deuce. Oh, she has a real hand on the button.
See my cards? You did see my cards.
Probably wouldn't be raising if I did, I think. I don't know. We'll find out.
Tyler, you want to go to 14? 14, you got a seat, Beverly? Chris L.
450.
You want to go 13? Go ahead. HC 25425.
Queen of Felt's turn with 7 deuce. Got some devious intentions here, it looks like, in her eyes. Oh no.
I mean, it is a pretty big bounty.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if she stacks somebody with the queen with the 7 deuce here and then that person has to pay them the bounty?
Out of pocket.
Yeah. That'd be brutal here. Oh my god, she's ripping it?
She goes for it in a snap call.
Oh my god.
Wow.
OC snap calling the
High table.
pick me. And Miguel here, King 9 suited. I mean, has to know he's beat here.
OFC comes with snap call.
You can't raise every good Sam. Just relax.
Want to go twice? What do you do?
Max Day Wednesday.
Mike's been Wednesday.
Wednesday. Hump Day Wednesday.
Speaking of which, I'm going to slow roll you for all this.
You could.
I'm going to. I just need to have a winning hand. And then
Okay, looks like they're going to go twice here. I mean, 7 deuce has live cards here.
For what? The 7 deuce?
Yeah.
Only the top.
First one. Oh my god.
None of us have 7 deuce.
Here's running it twice.
You got 7 deuce?
No, hell no.
Alright.
I'm not risking my stack for 350.
I would.
Oh my gosh.
7 in the
Guessing you
window.
have jacks.
Queen of Felt takes the lead here with the 7 deuce.
They're running it twice, right?
I think so.
Okay.
No.
He has ace queen suited.
Snap called. Deuce.
Wow, 3
Oh,
on
no,
the
wait,
turn.
7.
One more 7?
One more 7.
1 7 is enough if you have it.
Okay, 1 7 is enough. Save it for the next board.
Wow.
7 deuce holds on the first board.
Twice.
Queen of Felt going to take the first board here. And I think because she dropped the... Oh my god, is that a deuce?
That's a deuce on the second board.
No way.
Floor roll.
I think, yeah, she accidentally killed the board there. Forgot that they're running it twice. Okay, slowly but surely. Oh, what is going on here?
8.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow. Just jams the 7 deuce free.
Oh my god.
They're on both.
Jams the 7 deuce, and then she won the pot, so then everyone gives her 50 bucks.
No way!
Oh my gosh.
You have to love the heart.
I mean, I love the play there. Unfortunately, you know her heart sank when she got snapped.
She just got 40 push-ups.
But she's gonna double up through OFC and then get $50 per person for the 7 deuce bounty.
This is looking bad for Aaron.
This is looking terrible for Aaron. I hope he's watching right now. The only way she's gonna lose or win the bet now is because she won the 7 deuce game.
I don't even remember what I had.
Oh my gosh.
Has the heart to mind jam free.
I gotta
snap called by ace queen suited. Gets her on both.
I gotta message Aaron
Tell
right now.
Aaron, please.
No ace
He's
queen.
got push-ups coming up.
Ace jack, I win. I had suited connectors. Nothing major, but I didn't put it anywhere. I was right.
Well, it's either that or aces. It's either that or aces.
7 deuce
Exactly, yeah.
masterclass.
I just had a feeling.
Let's go, Queen. The Queen of Felt. 7 deuce offsuit, jams it in there.
That's got to be the hand of all time.
Wins twice against the ace queen of clubs.
The Queen of Felts, OFC.
Wow, she does.
Sick.
She said she was going to win 5K.
32.50.
Coming out firing with the 7 deuce.
Have to love the stream carnage.
Golly.
Wow.
And then you get
Nice
50
hand.
from every
I mean, it seems like Sean had a plan there,
That's
obviously.
yours.
He's like, well, if she jams, I'm snap rolling. No matter what amount. He didn't even ask for a count. He just snap called it.
I almost want to give you 100 for that move.
Juliet maybe a little embarrassed about that, but I mean, she came to play. Love to see it.
Nice hand, Juliet. So sick.
Sean being a really good sport.
Always
says,
great sport.
says nice hand and reaches in the backpack for more chips.
We'll try it again. Can you call a chip runner?
Wow. I mean, it was definitely a good spot for it. Raise from OFC. Doesn't necessarily have to have anything. Miguel could have literally anything.
For sure. And the bounty is quite large, considering
Yeah.
it's a $10 big blind. $50 stealer bounty. You went with 7 deuce. So.
Yeah, in that exact spot, I don't blame her for going for it there. You could fold out
wonder she kept
a lot of
asking
hands,
you
like
to
ace
pair.
jack, king highs,
Yeah, I just didn't want to
pairs.
And sometimes you just get there on both.
I mean, if anything, it was nice that he had a hand like ace queen, right, and not a pocket pair like 8s or 9s. Right, that would just been disastrous. He's able to double up with the queen 10. Gonna go heads up against Miguel here. I just messaged Aaron saying if he was watching, and he's like, I am, with 4 dots after it. Well, hope you're ready to do some push-ups, Aaron. It's not looking good for you.
Miguel flops the best of it. Gets out-turned by daily double up.
If you're going to bet the flop here with queen 10 high and turn top pair, I think you should definitely continue. As you really shouldn't have too many 10s, so it's going to get a lot of hands that have a 9 or 5 probably call you again.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see Miguel stick around with a 4. Miguel likes to see those rivers.
3 doesn't really change too much here. 7-6 does bring in a straight. I think you still go for some value here, trying to target a 9.
Yeah, can't blame him for going for some thin value here.
You don't really need to go too large.
I love that, actually. I always love that.
You know, especially on a board where
Never mad at that.
the flush draws on turn break out. No, he's going to check. He's going to check. Definitely a spot he could have gone for some more value. Like a small sizing, $400 or $500.
Or you could just use your hand as a bluff catcher. Decide you're just going to check call river versus low size.
Very true.
Also.
Yeah, I guess when you do decide between those things, you probably want to think about your player type, right?
For sure.
So
You gotta tell me what my
against a
tell
player
was.
like Miguel, I'm probably more inclined to probably try to go for no street of value. Probably players that maybe against like Apollo or something, I might check it over here and see if you might bluff it out.
I agree.
Like him or delivery.
What happened
Or
to
you.
the straddle?
Those types of player types.
Well, yeah, straddle.
Wow, Randy looks so different when he doesn't have his hat.
Next time, I guess.
Bad read. You're not straddling?
That end of the table still recovering from what they just witnessed. The 7-deuce scoop. Looks like it goes call 10, call 10. Habib makes it 250 with the king 10 suited, and Wolfgang has aces.
It seems like he's only playing aces here tonight, but he keeps getting him when Habib's driving the action here. And Habib's not one to fold to raises that often. With the king 10 offsuit, he might. Oh, it's king 10 suited. Oh no. Well, that might be a different story here for Habib.
Habib with 1.8K behind.
Probably should be folding this even with the king 10 suited. Just you don't really know what you're looking for other than clubs, probably, right? Like you probably don't want to hit your king. Probably don't want to hit your 10 a lot of the time. But we'll make the call here out of position. See what the flop brings.
Root for Habib this time.
Doesn't really flop anything here. Hearts does have backdoor clubs, backdoor straight possibilities, but a great flop here for the aces. Just queen. Continue very, very small here. Try to induce raise or a jam.
Yeah, instead of a pot-sized turn jam or a... Looks like Habib makes it
700 and then, yeah. And the sizing did induce another bluff here from Habib, and it's kind of the exact same scenario from last time.
Habib having flashbacks.
This time Habib's drawing a lot thinner.
A little more to call as well.
Yes, it is. Leave it there. You can take the 3 back, yeah.
I like the aggression from Habib, but he just keeps running into it. Just poor timing. And you know, timing isn't really something you can really predict or anything. You don't know what holdings they're gonna have, but typically the aggressive route is better, right? A play like that might be able to fold out a hand like Ace King. Definitely be 3-betting and betting small on the flop a lot of the time. But he's just running into the top of the range of Wolfgang every time.
Also, some of those bluffs, some bluffs on that flop also want to have more equity than king 10 suited, I think. Maybe at a deeper stack depth it makes sense because you turn backdoor so you can continue on.
Sure, like a jack of clubs or something.
Exactly, but since you're so shallow, it's less important. You kind of want to focus on like flush draws, openers, things with direct equity.
Start anyone.
Yeah, I guess I'm just so used to watching these streams so much deeper that I think about a lot of that. But you're absolutely right. At his exact step depth, he probably just wants a direct open-end or a direct flush draw here.
Exactly. But at a deeper stack depth, that's the right idea. I mean, you want natural continues on like the jack of clubs on turn or any jack on turn, that kind of thing. Also, even overcard, etc., etc.
Sam Clarke here, going to try to isolate again from the small blind. Seems to be only picking up hands when he's in the blinds, which makes it definitely tough to navigate against a lot of this loose action, but it's going to work out this time. Pick up a lot of dead money.
Understood. Habib was probably opening pretty wide, willing to play for it all. King, queen.
And Habib already stuck 6.2K here.
So what am I?
First hour and 20 into the stream. Miguel down about 1K. Sam Clarke and Daily Dole up down just a little bit for this game. Randy and Wolfgang up a bunch.
Even if they're not here, they still.
I feel like Queen of Felt is up more than is advertised on there.
How many times have we seen Habib come out of a hole like this? Every other week, it's...
Yeah, he could definitely do it, for sure. Having position on Sean, having position on Queen of Felt, who's shown the willingness to get it in with 7 deuce, could definitely be a recipe for us in action.
A few weeks in a row, a couple months ago, I would like check the stream at home, you know, Habib's down like 6K or whatever, just check in. And I drive up here, I show up, Habib has like $35,000 in front of him. Like three Wednesdays in a row. I was so confused. He just gets it done.
Yeah, I think part of that is a testament to his willingness to really stick the money in with nothing, which is, I mean, it sounds like a bad strategy in the long run. I mean, you don't want to be doing it all the time, but the few times you can find it, it's a profitable move, right? Because you're winning a pot that you should not have won. And anytime you can increase that just by a little bit, that increases your win rate exponentially. Obviously, don't do it every time, but you know, find the spots. And it seems like if he's willing to find the spot to do it, tonight it's just been a little bit of poor timing.
For sure. The other thing is he definitely gets paid off when he has it, especially when he's stuck big numbers like this. People are willing to put the money in versus beat because he's shown a willingness to get after it with nothing.
Yeah, I thought that's why I was thinking. That's why I was like, I doubt I'm gonna win it twice.
I think it's the $100 straddle on right now.
Yeah, I've never been in that spot. I didn't know what to do. Is that a $100 straddle?
$100 straddle in a 2-5-10 game. 2-5-10. 25, no, 2-5-10, 50. All right, because Sean likes to do the 5x max straddle. So 2-5-10, 50, 100. Queen of Felt gonna raise to 400 with the ace 10.
Habib with the 9-4.
And even with the straddle up there, I don't think you do anything but fold.
He might disagree with you. We'll see.
Maybe this is like, you know, his 800 he's just going to play with and then try to rebuy. But does make the correct fold, though. Nice hand there for Queen of Felt, picking up 157 in dead money. Probably keeping an eye on her stack, trying to get to that 5K profit.
For sure.
She's definitely...
I think the graphic, the total earnings is wrong because the graphics thought they'd only run that board once or something.
Oh,
like that.
you're right. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So she's in for the 2K. I don't think she added on. So I think we could just base it off of that.
Right.
Whatever she's at.
I think Sean is also down a little bit more than the graphic says.
I'm sure they'll get that fixed momentarily.
Well, she's going to open the A7 off. Habib defends a 7-3-0. Goes bet 50 and Habib calls 7 high, no draw. Check, Habib 325. OFC folds top pair. That was a confusing hand. Did you miss that one, Derek?
Yeah, sorry.
No worries, no worries.
There was a message that I had to attend to.
Habib calls a turn, 7 high, no draw, and then bluffs OFC off top pair on the river.
Yeah, there's weird instances where like Sean will just like snap fold. I mean, I think that goes back to him just having a read. Right? If he thinks he has a read on his bone, he just goes with it, and regardless of how strong his holding is or the math and calling or whatever.
For sure.
You must have just really put Habib on a 2-pair holding there. And Sean must have had like an ace like 8 or something, right? Yeah, something like that. That makes sense. He's definitely not one to just want to pay off with marginal holdings, unless he has a read on his opponent.
Anybody else want to no seconds while she's here?
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. 2 please. Have a die on the cook.
I don't know where Miguel went. He's been missing for a few hands here.
Thank you.
150. Something on the little.
I think this is a good spot for Habib if he can find the jam. We'll just call, leaving bet himself only about 1,000 behind, it looks like.
Came with min raise.
Oh, he did raise. Okay.
Well, he calls.
Can't reach your voice.
Oh, wow. Well, now Habib probably wishes he added on a little bit. Just the out kick right there.
I love how OFC turned it over like it's a nuts.
You're gonna get the key. Not my date.
No, don't say
This is the
that.
start of a comeback. If he can hold.
Will be a clean run out there for Habib, saying that the king was coming because it's not his day. But we'll find the double up to a 2K stack now. And I mean, just how you were talking earlier, I mean, we might see the Habib run up here.
I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah. It's not Sean's night. I mean, if it's someone's, it's not their night tonight. It's not Sean's night. Losing to the 7 deuce on 2 boards. Appreciate everyone joining us here tonight for our special 2510 live stream here in Dallas, Texas.
I mean,
our special guests, Queen of Felt and Wolfgang Poker. Both have quite the presence on Instagram. Wolfgang Poker does also have a YouTube live stream, so you should definitely check that out as well. I think Sam Clarke also has a YouTube YouTube vlog, excuse me. So we got a couple of YouTube vloggers, one Instagram poker player,
Like 3 hours to go.
and the rest of our TCH Dallas crew here. And if you're just now joining us, you are listening to the voices of Derek and Christopher Cashman, one of our players from the Tuesday and Wednesday streams here.
Oh no. Juliet wakes up the 7 deuce again.
It is suited this time. It's nice to see her, you know, despite having that prop bet with Aaron, she's getting after it. She's getting after the 7 deuce game. For sure. I mean, if anything, I guess she's seeing it as an opportunity to increase her win. Oh my god, she flopped the best hand.
She flopped the best hand.
Flops the best hand here with bottom pair.
OFC with an open ender. Carlos with a gut shot.
I imagine she's going to check back a lot of the time here just because this is multi-way.
Would be sick. Okay.
Are you kidding me? She still has the best hand.
And a flush draw.
Bryce Williams in the chat says, let's go SCP. Imagine that stands for Sam Clarke Poker. Thank you for tuning in, Bryce.
That will teach me to play.
We have a bet from OFC. Randy with the king high flush draw. I mean, if I'm queen of felt here, I'm thinking my spades might be live. So I imagine she's going to come along as well.
Little does she know she has the best hand as well.
Can we get a live interview with Daily Double Up? Need to see the inside the mind of Savant. We'll try to make it happen. We'll try to make it happen.
Julia could find a raise here. She's going to have plenty of Jack X that checks back the flop.
That's probably what she's thinking here.
She can tell a good story, but instead she comes to call.
Oh my gosh.
I like this bluff by OFC.
Leading turn here into that many people, he could definitely have a Jack X holding.
Certainly.
Any Queen X holding.
Oh. She lays it down.
Fuck!
Good man.
Oh my god, can you imagine if she made that call? It's like, oh, I call. And then she gets the 50 bucks for everyone again.
And if I'm not hitting, what else do I do, right?
Nice bluff there from OFC.
Almost raised the
Dodged
turn,
disaster there.
From the 7 deuce.
Against 7 deuce.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And then
And, you know, she actually was talking about what you mentioned was a possibility. She was thinking about raising turn, and, which is definitely reasonable, right? Because she could have all of the Jack X, like Ace Jack, King Jack, and hands. I mean, I don't know if her spades are that relevant just because they're 7 in deuce. So there's no, like, she's not blocking like the king high or queen high flush draws.
Yeah, very good point.
I would have done it again too.
Again.
I mean, because like you can go to blockers every now and then, right? But you want to have relevant blockers, and the ones that don't contain any like face cards, there's more likely someone else has the more reasonable flush draws.
Agreed.
Yeah, I almost won this one too.
She's only played 2 hands. Like she's only won 2 pots, and she's won with 7 deuce twice. That would have been hilarious.
I'm so sorry, wrong table.
I'm not gonna get too much in the analysis of this hand here. Probably gonna go pretty multi-way.
Looks like they're going 4 ways. Habip the pre-flop raiser.
Carl's gonna flop top pair. Good kicker here, backdoor diamonds. Those have the best hand currently. Habip does have 1 over backdoor straight possibilities. Could see calls from Carlos and Miguel. Man, I got Miguel red to a T, I think. His player type, at least. Nice turn card there for Carlos. Nice trips.
I'm putting you in post stream. Derek. Oh. You've got him figured out.
Doubt it.
Carlos turns trip 9s. I bet. Third pot. Take it down. Nice hand, Carlos.
No. 7.
The egg is in the crack.
Nice hand there for Carlos.
Queen deuce.
Tony in the chat says, great stream, guys. Thank you so much. I had a question from the chat from Devin. How much bankroll do you think you need to jump in a game of this caliber? 25-50 game? Not this game, LOL.
Yay, Kyle.
I don't know. Maybe I'll direct that question to you, Chris. I guess maybe to plan a game of this size, maybe 2K buy-in, match the stack. What kind of bankroll do you think you're looking at?
I think I generally believe in pretty aggressive bankroll management. I think especially given how good some of these games are, you can have a big enough edge to justify relatively aggressive bankroll management strategies.
I always guess Carlos.
That being said, you still want to be responsible.
Yeah.
So for a game like this, I think somewhere between 25 and 30 buy-ins is like standard.
And it's also, very dependent on where you are in life too, right?
For sure.
For people that may have, kids, financial commitment, maybe kids that are in college, or you're going to school yourself, or there's a variety of whole things, right? Like where you're living currently. I know some players used to. I don't want to, delve too much in his personal life, but Dan, I don't think he'll mind. Danny used to live in a van before he kind of settled down, but he was living in a van and playing poker here, so that that helped him save a little money on living expenses. So
for sure.
So that can definitely vary the number of buy-ins that you probably want. Right?
Certainly. Also, what your goal is playing poker. If you're trying to play for a living, or if you're trying to play for fun, I mean, that all makes a difference for sure.
Yeah, probably if you're playing for a living, you're probably wanting to get to the like 50 plus, and then if you are, you have a full-time job and you're looking to, just play as a side income.
I think we're missing something here. It looks like we're all in pre-flop. 2 players with king high.
Wow, and king queen currently in the lead right now. Wow, and it's gonna scoop.
So that goes $25 straddle. Miguel call. 200. Miguel makes it 800. Daily double up goes all in. Miguel calls 25.91.
Wow.
Some good hands,
King queen high. He's gonna take this pot down, and daily double up just like that, back in the green after being stuck 2 buy-ins. He's gonna stack Miguel into this 5K pot.
Green was like amazing timing for me because.
Randy.
Very nice hand there for him.
Wow. Just stuck him with the king queen suit and gets called by words.
Great recognition from him, noticing like the number of hands that Miguel might be playing. He gets it in ahead there. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, but I'd say like if you have a full-time job and you're looking to still play seriously, but it's not like your entire income. You could have as little as 10 buy-ins up to probably like 20. That's probably like the very minimum, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think.
Really?
I don't think people give enough justice to how much your edge in the specific game matters in bankroll management.
That's a good
point. The bigger your edge, the less important number of buy-ins becomes.
Okay. Great point. Yeah, you could be very like static about it and just say like, oh, we always have 50 plus buy-ins. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if you feel like you have a really good edge, then if your edge is that high, then your variance should be lower. Right?
Certainly. Also, there's something to be said for shot taking and taking chances in games that you think both you have an edge in and are particularly good. Definitely.
Right, because that could be a huge boost to your bankroll.
Exactly.
Clarke gonna fold the 8s there. Can't blame him though. When it comes, we got a 3-bet and a cold call from the small blind. You know, 3 ways to a flop here. A lot of Broadway holdings here. And it will come 7-5-5. Still the best hand for queen if felt. So I imagine she'll continue pretty small here, high percentage of the time. You go as small as 125 or 150. Let's decide on the 150 here. And these 2 players can't really continue with much unless they're willing to float with jack high or king high. Mark Wee says, I stay away from tables with cash and plays in. That's my bankroll management.
7 deuce is good.
Very strong.
Well, I mean, yeah, he jokes about that, but I mean, that's another point too, right? If you kind of like work around the table, right? And I mean, there's that joke, right? If you can't find the fish, then you probably are. Obviously, there's some merit to that in saying like you don't want to be playing in the toughest game in the room.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with game selecting, being aware of
self-aware,
exactly.
But I think a lot of players do struggle with that, right? They feel like they're not as self-aware as they probably should be, and they're probably trying to take shots in games that they're not studied enough for, or there's legitimately better players than them in that game.
7's looking good on this.
Looks like Harvey's out of the 800.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but I'm sure he'll make it back and then some in that juicy 25-50 game.
Let's hope.
Devin in the chat says, yeah, I think I'm going to shot take one of those big games in the summer. Very cool. Jack O'Connor says, Kyle may be my new favorite TCH live player. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gone after it, so I can't none of us, no one in the chat can call us him a nit. I mean, he's first time on the stream and he's getting it in there with king queen high. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Showed them willingness to stack off the queens, king queen high. Yeah, I got rewarded there. Wow, and I mean, right idea from Randy, but poor timing.
Runs into it.
Yeah, maybe trying to rep the 5 or 7, but Queen of Felt never folding her hand. Top pair, top kicker. I mean, any other river card, I think that play might have worked based on the turn action.
Agreed. It's looking grim for Aaron.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all.
Things are going from bad to worse.
I think she's only in for the 2K, so she has now surpassed the 5K profit mark. Aaron currently needing to do that prop bet now. We'll see what happens though.
Aaron against the ropes.
So do you think Aaron
Mark
can
Wayne
do
chess.
40?
Danny Marks and OFC are my favorite players, but I always root for Habib.
He said he could.
Yeah, that's why.
That's actually, I actually am very, my thoughts are very almost on point with Mark. It's like, yeah, they're kind of my favorite. Those are my 2 favorite players to watch. They just have a lot of hours on our stream. That's like, you're always wanting to root for Habib. He's such a nice guy and there's a lot of action.
Danny Marks is one of the nicest guys in poker. Like, he's always been so cool to me. And OFC is so fun to watch. I mean, like, one of the most exciting live players to watch.
Bone broth, right?
Yes. Now it's like.
Habib's obviously a legend.
Yeah.
Extra salty.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to add tequila to that.
I just remember those one Wednesday stream where he ran up his first 5K buy-in up to like 32,000. It was just like an insane run. He could not miss.
Oh yeah, I was an alternate at the stream.
Queen of Felt, lock it up, says Doug Art. No, she's definitely not going to lock it up. But, I mean, maybe with the prop bet in mind, she might start playing a little bit tighter. But
it depends on what her downside is. I don't know what happens if she.
That's a great point. I should ask Aaron about that.
Okay.
Danny Marks is a great dude. That is for sure.
I hope he's still in the tournament.
Mr. Delivery and Trick Time.
Yeah, now that I can't play the big tournaments here, like I don't have any like. I have no like dog in the race to say like, oh, I don't want this person to make day 2 because then like I have to face them. It's like now I can just be like, oh yeah, I want them to make day 2 just for because I'm a duel right now. I can't play any of the big tournaments, unfortunately. Because I'm sure you could imagine the number of people have asked me like, oh, so when are you gonna fire day 1? When are you gonna fire day 1? I know you like playing these big tournaments because like I played every big tournament last year.
For sure.
Had a decent run actually. I think I made every day 2 for all the big tournaments.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is definitely something I'm proud of. I definitely bring up a lot just because like I'd never made a final table in any of the big tournaments. I was like, but I made every day 2. We are going to see multi-way action here.
I'm thinking like a
Habib opened. Wolfgang 3-bet to isolate. Carlos cold call on the button. Habib's in there. The A7 off.
So if Carlos cold called here, I'd be very concerned if I were Wolfgang, even on that queen high flop. Obviously, he doesn't know that Carlos has a queen as well, but his kicker could be probably as bad as a jack, as good as an ace in the spot. And I think Wolfgang kind of notices that too.
Maybe at worst he has like queen 10 of hearts, but
Not mine either, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I really like Wolfgang's check here, even though you're flopping top pair. You want to have some strong holders like this in your checking range. Can't always just play fit or fold. Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Looks like they're going to make it easy for Wolfgang to get away. I expect Carlos to have the beat regardless.
Great recognition there from Wolfgang, knowing where his hand's at. Just snap pulling the queen jack. Carlos does indeed have a queen here. I'm surprised he hasn't called yet.
How much is it? 13, 15. I call.
Which, I mean, you should try to figure out how much it is. You are playing for significant money here. You don't want to just call willy-nilly. Clean turn card.
Looks like Habib's going to need an ace.
Or 3.
Kings. Queens.
Oh, it looks like it was a misread. Habib has queen 10. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, I do see a queen in his hand. So there was 3 queens. Wow. Nice hand there for Carlos, profiting 2,100.
Nice hand.
And Wolfgang just like, wow, could have been a much bigger pot there for Carlos.
How many pocket queens? You killed me over there.
Well, the way you called him, it took so long. I thought you were behind too.
I'm slow.
Yeah.
I thought you had ace king of or ace jack of clubs or something.
Yeah.
I put him on a flush draw.
Ace jack, you'll call faster. Not everybody.
Yeah, Carlos is very new to the game of poker as well, so no reason to not take his time and think about every decision.
No, he's coming back.
For this kind of money, right? I mean, regardless of what your financial background is, you could easily lose $20,000 if you're not careful in a 5-10 game.
Nothing wrong with taking your time.
Are you supposed to?
One notch. No, once he comes back, he does not fit.
Yeah, I mean, I believe he just started playing poker the past year. Like playing on our live streams, that was like his first time playing poker.
Wow.
Yeah. So to play at that stakes, that new to the game, you got to give credit's due.
Yeah, once again, nothing wrong with thinking about your decisions.
Yes.
I try to like justify like every aspect of the decision to myself before I make a call, make a fold, because I don't want to have to think about it later. It's easier to just think about it in the moment before you make the decision instead of you know, regretting how you thought about it or rethinking things.
Yeah, I think that goes to say it for everyone, right? Even at the low stakes, like especially when you're in a spot where you're like your adrenaline's going, you might be pulling off a big bluff. Everything seems to go by a lot slower, right? So it's going by a lot slower than you think. So like if you feel like it's a long time thinking, it's probably not that long of you thinking.
For sure.
Felt here. Looks like she's just gonna take this down with a C bet. Almost Miguel has some intentions here with the 7-6.
Oh wow.
You can never account for the 7 high floats.
Check.
And it's so interesting because on a river card where you expect a lot of Miguel's hands to still check, where it would have given Queen of Felt an opportunity to take the pot down on that ace.
Let's go, Ruby.
He decides to lead, and it's
I folded an ace.
playing against players like this is tough, right? Because it's just they're playing so unorthodox.
I thought you were trying to get me to call it.
It's just so hard. It's hard to put them on the hand.
For sure.
You believe me? You believe me? I've never folded it.
You were waiting to say this.
So Queen of Felt, definitely the big winner tonight. Up about 5K, it looks like. Miguel, big loser, and I think that was it for Habip, unfortunately. So it looks like we're going to fill that seat with a new player very soon. I didn't even notice Habip leaving there, but yeah, Gigi's in the chat for Habip. Always a pleasure to have him on our live stream, and hope to have him back soon. Sam Clarke Poker.
Carlos can open it up. Sam Clarke can elect on call. That makes a lot of sense considering that Carlos is not open raising that wide. He's electing for limp with a lot of marginal hands.
Yeah, definitely a hand that he could have 3-bet occasionally, but like we saw earlier, he did the ace-queen, which would typically probably be a 3-bet in that spot, so Sam Clarke definitely aware of what's going on here.
Interesting flop. Carlos top to top. Sam Clarke with an open ender.
And a big bet here, multi-way. Tough spot here for Sam Clarke.
It is a tough spot because Sam Clarke isn't particularly deep, so the implied odds aren't as good. Plus, there are 3 players behind, or 2 players behind.
Green?
Can't blame him for a call, though.
Yeah, I think Carlos definitely could have gone for a smaller sizing, given that he does have the ace of spades. Shouldn't be too worried about that flush draw. But I think now, when your opponent shows interest on this flop, they could definitely have some king 10s, some weaker queens. So definitely you can size up here pretty comfortably, targeting a wide variety of holdings.
Looks like Habib snuck back in a 3-seat.
Oh, okay, he's back. It's good to know. I was just about to say GG's in the chat for a beat, but he's back. I think 750 here. Clarke really looking to figure out how much he is going to get paid if he does make this call for 750. And I don't think he's getting the right implied odds.
I don't particularly like call, but I think some merit should be given to jam, especially against an opponent like Carlos, who has been known to make some relatively tight folds from time to time.
Yes, say
rep the queen jacks, the pocket fours you just call and flop. Plays it out.
Nice hand there for Carlos.
Nice hand, Carlos.
CJ Garza, this Kyle guy can play. Fun kid to watch. Got a lot of Kyle fans, which is awesome because it is his first time playing on our live stream tonight.
When's your next to me then, except for this one?
Probably just needs like playable cards, and then, yeah, it's like me. I just have something playable.
Yeah, I don't want to criticize Carlos's play too much, but I guess the reason why I'd go for the smaller sizing is just because you're so multi-way, and say you do get called in all 4 spots, you just blow to the pot immensely, and then you know, betting that sizing sometimes fold out hands like King 10 or 9-10, which is what you want to get called by betting that sizing.
Yeah, because they thought it was 100.
But it worked out for him actually. So Carlos with the deuces, probably just gonna limp in. Does the side 2.
150.
What's going on here?
Looks like the graphics are a little behind.
No, they're waiting for the confirmation.
Sorry. Tell them I gotta pee.
Scan your cards. Because they have to reset.
Looks like we got a raise from Daily Double Up. Sorry for that delay, guys. To 150. Oh, so you're gonna make the call?
Pretty large ISO by Daily Double Up over Carlos's $25 limp.
He's been playing pretty solid too, so I imagine he has a pretty strong holding here. But Carlos gonna make the call here. They're playing relatively, actually very deep. 8,600, 8,200 effective here between the two players. Sean with 5,400.
No set for Carlos. Middle pair for OFC. Daily double up checks back his mystery hand.
Jack.
I think I got it. Oh, no.
Looks like Jack's gonna be enough to take it here. We're never gonna know what Kyle had. Looks like we have a lot of Kyle fans in here. Charles Cook also saying legend has it. Kyle is a fantasy football expert.
You don't even have a pair.
Yes,
I don't really dabble much in fantasy football. Are you much of a sports guy?
Yes. 2 people mucked, and
I'm
I
not
showed
either.
8 high, and I was like,
I enjoy watching it, but like, you know, those people that can just like name off like all these stats and players. I'm just like, I don't know. I watch it for fun, and then
I'm in the same.
That's funny.
I mean, I played baseball when I was very young, but that's pretty much like the only sport I played was baseball, and then like football in middle school. But I was a band nerd in high school.
Put him in. Sean, put him in.
I don't know. For
It looks
regulars,
like we were switching off dealers here. Stassi going to deal the second half of our stream here. Thank you so much to Ruby for dealing the first half.
Is that the ATM?
And wow, actually, yeah, we're already to the second half of the stream here.
Wow. Some really great dealers on stream. The best dealers at TCH. TCH has great dealers already, but the dealers you guys choose to top notch.
Oh, absolutely. They're all very, very quick dealers.
Are we playing the 7 deuce? Yeah, we're playing.
We are. Stassi, actually a dual rate here as well.
Scoop.
So she did quite a bit. And
I got
floors,
called very late
the
pre-flop, and then
7 p.m. to 4 a.m. shifts a lot. Queen of Falcon to flop top 2 pair.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
10.
I've got jack shit.
I don't see a 10 anywhere. Put a 10.
8 of hearts.
you get a 10?
And deuce of hearts. And then 9 of
No 10. No 10.
We're good.
10 or a jack. Maybe a deuce, actually.
Jack.
10 or a deuce.
I need a 10 queen, please.
10 queen.
Deuce would be better.
Good for the turn. The turn's already out.
So while they're doing this flip, if anyone out there has wanted to play on any of our live streams, you know, they say I can stack that OFC guy or that guy Carlos. I want to play some cards with him. You can hop on any of our Tuesday or Wednesday streams by just contacting Mallory, our game runner for our TCH Dallas live stream. You can contact her at that phone number, that email, or just use that QR code. Well, and if you want to play with Cashman here, you can play with him on Tuesday or Wednesday as well. For sure.
Mallory does a really great job of putting these games together.
And it's not, I mean, it's a lot harder of a job than you think, right? Because you got people having to drop out because of personal reasons. So the fact that she's able to come up with a full lineup every single week for both of our games is a great testament to how hard she's working for that. So
definitely.
Shout out to Mallory if you're watching.
I got you.
How much you need? How much you need? 500. I think I might have a chip.
I might have chips. And then we're playing 2, 5, 10.
Yes. 2, 5, 10, 50, 100.
Yeah, I mean, like any game here at TCH Dallas, I don't really think the blinds matter all that much. Right? Like it's really effective stack sizes, as I've talked to Kyle Z a few times. Like, right, the 1-2, it's 1-2 blinds, but you have a $500 stack, and a lot of card rooms around the country, a $500 stack means you're playing 2-5 a lot of time.
Interesting. That's definitely an interesting point, but I think the blinds actually do matter.
Okay.
The money just, although people sit with like 10, 15K at 2-5, the money doesn't really get in. Meanwhile, if the big blind is 25,
right,
the money does get in.
It is a significant difference.
Exactly.
For sure.
The average pot size is going to be a lot larger when the blinds are higher, even if the smaller game has deeper stacks.
Right. That's true.
In other rooms, I've played like 2,500 cap, 10-25. And even though the stacks parallel in comparison to 2-5 here, the average pot is much larger.
The average pot's going to be the full stacks getting in, like 5K plus.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
The fact that like most games straddle here, that does make a difference, in my opinion, because the money gets in so much easier when there's a $10 straddle.
That's true. I guess I'm not accounting for that at the 1-2 games, because like you're going to be at several 1-2 games here in the card room where a lot of people are straddling the full amount, the 10. Right? So yeah, you get some big pots.
That'll make a difference for sure.
Let's see here. Miguel is going to be all in for 1,000 on the turn here with the best hand.
Tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow? Where? Oh,
Probably putting Habip all in.
Yeah, I think the three of us are on again.
What?
All right, same lineup.
No, and the rest is bad.
About 300 of y'all watching with us. If you have to hit that like button, please do so. Helps the channel out a bunch. And if you've been enjoying Cashman commentating with me tonight, definitely hit the like button as well.
been fun. Very interesting stream so far. I mean,
definitely an
crazy
action stream so far. Really appreciate you spending the time. I know you'd rather be playing on some of the games out there, but really appreciate you hopping in.
Happy to do you guys a favor anytime.
Thank you.
I've never met this.
He's fun.
Yep.
As a person.
Miguel limps 25. Habib makes it 200 from the big blind off of a $1,000 stack.
Yeah, I'll try.
I think Miguel will give him action. There we go.
Danny Chen in the chat says, "Hey kid."
Arch nemesis Danny Chen in the chat.
Wow, and does outflop Habib.
All in call. Yeah, Jack.
The Habib spin up. The Habib spin up.
It's not jinx it. I think we jinxed it last
Oh, we
time.
did.
We jinxed it last time.
Yes.
Let's be a little more careful.
Yeah. Does find the double up through Miguel here, up to the 2K stack now.
Nice hand to beep.
Also that number 3 times.
Yeah, I imagine Danny is counting down the days to summer to come back to Dallas to begin his adventure. Umid. Hey, what's up?
Umid. My buddy Umid. My buddy Umid.
Says, what's up, commentators? What's up, Umid? When are you coming back into town?
How's it going, buddy?
Is this thing on?
Talking to Cashman, probably one of your other arch nemesis, and Derek.
Same Straddle?
I don't believe so. He got you your chips already, right?
Yeah, okay.
Already got them.
Yeah, so either
Let's
I'm
go,
being
Habib.
silent for like half an hour or
Someone's standing behind that chair. Or what's going on? Okay. Oh no. Wow. Okay. I thought that was like a dress or something from that angle. Like, I thought someone was like standing behind. But
You got the last
oh, let's play with a raisable hand here in the cutoff.
In town, a little busy. We'll come by soon. Always fun when Umid's around. Marquis, what a great value shove there. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the only way he gets called if someone's if he's behind, and then you got to get down the river return.
Exactly. Just know you're gonna get there.
I've added.
360.
We're gonna have a squeeze
Can you put
from
your big chips in the
Sam
front,
Clarke.
If you don't mind, there you go. Now we can see.
I like this play by Sam Clarke. A lot of dead money. Very strong hand.
He's got little in the middle, but he's got much back.
Out of position.
We couldn't see the big chips. Though.
Did top up a little bit, up to a 5K stack now. So I definitely see Felt calling here in position against the squeeze. Definitely gonna be a little concerning for her once OFC comes on behind.
Yeah, I think I'm pitching the 5-4 diamonds quite often, facing such a large squeeze, but continue sometimes is probably fine.
Odds on me winning this hand? I feel slim.
You were like 10 to 1.
I'll take the under.
Yeah, it seems a little loose for sure, but wow, what a monster flop here for Sam Clarke. A little bit too much, actually.
I know.
Well, Habib flops the open ender. I like Sam Clarke's check. Not much. Habib's gonna stab with. Sorry, OFC's gonna stab with the 5-3 high.
I mean, I don't think you should be raising, right? Because you have so much of the board here.
Agreed.
You want the weaker heart draws to stay in there.
I really dislike this play.
Oh man. I just from a purely just board standpoint, right? Like, what are you afraid of, right? Not much.
Yeah, and Pat's. I guess you can get action for worse, but I don't think it's necessary. I take it back. I don't really dislike that play, but I think probably a little unnecessary. Come with just call, keep worse flush draws in sometimes.
Especially considering how OFC was the one driving the action, where he could have a weaker flush draw, he could have
and past that, you're not really gonna get called by worse. I mean, obviously this is an exception. Puts the money in with no fender, but you're not really gonna get called by worse.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, sometimes you can cool OFC for a really big pot if you have a smaller flush draw, that kind of thing. I much prefer just call.
And you know, I mean, OFC definitely, like we said earlier, like a field player, right? So if he feels like both players are just on hard draws and they king a brick on the turn, he might have just continued barreling with just an ear, right? And you're totally fine with it. You have top pair, nut flush draw. Yeah.
I just.
Daily
I didn't
double
look.
misses the ace king.
Yeah, you take the last.
Unfortunate. But that was a nice pot there for Sam Clarke Poker.
Nice hand.
I guess there could be some merit. I mean, I guess he could raise, right, to try to get it in against a hand like King Queen off.
So if I win, you get that as well.
But I guess you don't want the scare card, right, to come and then you lose all your action. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah. But you're getting it in bad versus.
Yeah, no, that's the bad thing, right? If you are, like you said, you're only getting called by better.
Yeah.
If like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying.
I think it's a little unnecessary. Yeah. Obviously,
I'm just trying to justify it.
It's difficult to misplay those it's difficult to make big mistakes with like those pair plus flush draw or combo draw hands.
Yeah.
Just because you have so much equity against any holding, but I would have preferred just calling. Especially since you're $8,000 deep with OFC, who can have a lot of worse flush draws. If he has the 5-3 off, he can definitely have so many suited hands.
Yeah. Queen of Felt here, just raising the 50 here. Wolfgang here, getting a little frisky here with the Jack 4. Maybe a little shout out to Robbie.
I have a strong suspicion he's going to get punished. Goes 3-bet Jack 4, cold call, Miguel cold call. I think this is probably a mandatory 4-bet. What size are we going? 950, something like that.
5x plus the.
I would make it like, well, we're in position and it's a 4-bet, so I would make it
4x plus the trail.
I'd make it like 2.2x plus the deadline.
Deadline.
Unless I'm mistaken. I think it's, did she limp in or is that an
No,
open
she
raise?
raised. She
Okay,
raised.
okay, yeah. Then I make it
Okay,
like 950, something like that. Yeah, I like this.
Pretty close, yeah, to 1,000, which makes sense. 4 bets don't really need to be that standard 3x or 4x.
For sure. Especially in a position you want to be able to 4-bet more hands, and so a smaller size makes a lot of sense.
Caught with his hand in the cookie jar for Wolfgang. Now Carlos here, both playing very, very deep. He might actually call here. Probably a fold a lot of time against this kind of aggression. When you are out of position. So he does find the fold.
Oh, the snap call. The snap call. Let's go, Miguel. Come on.
With the live
Come on.
cards. Oh my gosh.
Give him something.
Oh.
You gotta love the heart, though. I mean, have to respect it.
Top for Queen of Felts. And she can go very, very small here.
Very small. Like 350, 400?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it. Get called by anything and then set up the turn jam. Unless you feel like they just have like second pair and you're just going to try to milk them the whole way. But I think this probably depends on player type. But
what a nightmare for Aaron.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. I mean, I think she was only in for the 2K, like we said earlier, so she's up about 6K now.
This 7.
Huh?
This 7.
Something like that. If I wouldn't have raised, but you're going to raise?
But it's not usually.
Yeah, I think that is going to be it for Habip, unfortunately, in the 3-seat. But it's always a pleasure to have him on the stream. Hope we fill that up soon.
Just the best. One of the best characters in live stream. In like poker live streams, it's the best. So many things I like say at the table are just callbacks to Habib. The whole look me in my eye. You know, he has like, I think he had a straight flush against me on stream one day. Hits me with the points at me, goes, look me in my eyes, look me in my eyes. I'm gonna take a look. Look me in my eyes, look me in my eyes.
It's a call for 10.
Yeah, he does do that a lot. He likes messing with Danny with that too.
For sure.
Raise to 50.
Wolfgang mixing it up now. 3 limbs, and he's going to raise it up with the 3 high.
See a 3-bet here from Sam Clarke, which we will.
Good timing. Always nice when you 3-bet and your opponent has 3 high.
Yeah, regardless of what Wolfgang could have here, I think Sam Clarke probably do that with probably almost every time facing a button open.
They'll learn fast.
The only concern is like it's not just a button open. There were 3 limps ahead of him, and so your range should be a little bit tighter on the button, considering.
Wow, what a flop!
3 limps ahead. Yeah, really nice flop.
Second pair with the royal draw.
Nothing I enjoyed more in my poker career than watching 10-10 versus 8 Cashman aces crack. It was such a good feeling. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Danny.
Believe it or not,
Old buddy, old pal.
I remember commenting on that hand very specifically, actually.
That was nasty, yeah.
The back 4-bet rip it. for
And then Carlos folds the kings.
And then Carlos folds the kings, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a disaster. The hand that, yeah, we'll stop that. I remember that. I was just like, wow, the back 4-bet. Just don't see that often with the 10s.
It was a great feeling. I 3-bet aces, and I see Habib just grab a random number of like pink chips off the top of his stack. Makes it like 3,000. I 3-bet to like 300. He makes it 3,000.
A couple of beers and Randy.
These are on.
Alright, we're here to play. We're here to have fun.
57.
Let's do it.
Then the downhill slide.
Again, if Juliet's children are watching, shout out to y'all. Was told to give a special shout out to them, Annabelle and Nikolai. Where can I buy that shirt? What shirt are you talking about, Danny? Obviously gonna flop the best of it here.
I know what Danny's talking about. One of the players in the room had shirts made of that hand where Habib stacks me 10s versus aces.
Are you
it's the
serious?
board, it's my face, it's Cashman.
Are you serious?
Yeah, someone actually had it made, yeah.
Wow.
Just to rub it in.
Is there just like one copy of that shirt?
I think
in
there are 3 or 4. Yeah.
So, I mean, then it's only fair if Danny's giving you crap, right? We got to find a hand where he blasts off on stream.
Yeah, we have to, but we have to be nice to the action players. You know, we can't beat down the, you know,
don't tap the
reason the
glass.
game's running.
You're
Exactly.
right, you're right.
Thank you.
OFC, he's the only one who didn't get punished that day. So sad.
I think some of the reason he didn't get punished, I don't know if you remember this hand, but Danny just spazzes out with like 9-5 offsuit or something. I open, he just calls 9-5 off. Harvey 3-bets, I call, he calls 9-5 off, like check raises the flop with air.
Yeah, I think I do remember that. Did Sturdy make it? It wasn't Sturdy. Somehow Randy has 5 deuce here. Let's run out. And it looks like OSU will make the snap call.
You waiting for 6th Street or?
6th Street.
Poker guy in the chat says Wolfgang, the man. Yeah, do we have any Wolfgang fans out there in the live stream chat? Let yourself be known. He's currently away from the table right now, but he's doing pretty well. With about 2K. Carlos the big winner on the board, but I think Queen have felt the highest in profit right now. Miguel down about 4.4K.
I hope. No, he's in Tulsa. Don't tease me like that.
I thought she said.
Yeah, she said it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Harvey is here in the room playing.
Let's
25-50.
Sir.
Table 16, for those of y'all that might be interested.
He'll sign autographs, I think.
Did you get the 50 straddle or? Okay.
25 straddle 150. Who needs to scan?
150 is straddle.
Everybody rescan y'all's card. We're just gonna make it simple. The straddle was 25 to 50, and then it was raised 150.
No comment.
150.
Oh, I didn't realize what you were saying. No comment too.
It was on there. There we go. There we go.
Wolfgang loosening up a little bit as we get past the halfway mark.
Big blind.
Top pair.
Somehow the best hand here.
Fight. Check. Check.
It's
Check around.
I like that check sometimes. Definitely. Sometimes bet, sometimes check. But with so many opponents, no need to get after it.
250.
Yeah, it definitely serves multiple purposes, right? Pot control, maybe a little deception as well. Having that top pair, get worse hands to bet out here on the turn, which you'll see Randy's betting on the side
for sure.
And Miguel coming along with his gut shot. Ace
Wow.
on the river, golly. The old bet with ace 3 high and get there. Randy's just mad genius, we'll call him.
Get the top pair draw, you know?
I mean, it's usually good when you have the top pair draw.
Top pair draw.
The toppest of pairs. You know, with like a queen high or king high, I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but you know, with the ace high, if you hit that ace, it's probably going to be good.
Exactly.
And we bet a 500 here. And let's see if Wolfgang can find the fold here.
Tough spot for Wolfgang.
You know, a lot of leads on the turn are going to contain a lot of, what, 7x holdings. Could be like pair and straight draws. So the ace is a relative brick. I mean, you don't imagine a lot of ace highs leading like that. So that's probably what's getting Wolfgang a little bit in the blender here.
You know, Randy's capable of getting after it here. You saw just the hand before OFC made the call a second pair.
Wow, it does
similar spot.
Makes this one fold there.
Ooh. Miguel's all in.
Wild here. I mean, has a relevant blocker here. Can have the 9 high straights. Wow. Randy here, riverring top pair and betting for value here, but now has no kicker and losing to all these, obviously all the 2 pairs, the sets, the straights. So this might actually work out here. And these are the kind of hands that really put yourself in the blender, right? When you're like bluffing or semi-bluffing or whatever, and you get down the river, bet, and then get jammed on.
He made the call.
And he calls.
He makes
wow.
a call.
Wow. Gets called. Randy up to a 10K stack now.
I pulled a ace 9 of hearts.
Miguel's like, wow, I mean, I just didn't put him on the ace. I mean, it's a great play. It's hard to imagine your opponent on an ace.
You have to love the heart.
Wow. Love the heart there from Miguel, but...
Nice call by Randy.
And a great call, yeah. Great play, even better call, as like people like to say.
Randy now leading the results.
I think Queen of Felt still up the most, unless she did add on at some point that we didn't notice.
Nice hand, Mr. Randy.
No folding here. I'm going to try to cut them.
Did Sean say that? He said no folding here. Wow. I mean, if...
Were you holding the king that hand?
I'm surprised that seat hasn't been filled up yet. I mean, with how crazy this game's going on.
I guess everyone's stuck on 16. Game must be good.
No,
Tough to put him on an ace.
I thought he had some
But he
other-
did.
Yeah, I thought
He get you in play.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because you put
Like a 2 pair, 8-6.
so we don't want you to get there you go.
Set maybe.
I still owe you some more chips. I'm sorry, Jim.
Miguel adding on for another 5,000 here.
Ace, 2 pair.
Looking to get back into the mix, and wow, stacks are getting deep here. And I feel like this is definitely starting to get up to the stakes where Wolfgang doesn't have as much experience, at least just based on what I've seen on his vlogs. I don't think he plays much
You're doing great,
higher stakes, but we'll see how he adjusts. Queen of Felt, I think she has a lot of experience playing like 10 and a quarter. like cap 10 and a quarter games. So I think this is just right up her
But he
wheelhouse.
brought 2K out of his pocket. From his jacket. He pulled 2K.
So adding 2 more?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this two pickup like
Obviously, OFC, Habib, and Carlos very comfortable with these stakes.
That one goes back.
You're right.
There
I'm not
you
too
go.
sure what Sam Clarke usually plays at, but I mean, clearly he's up to 8K
We are.
now,
I
and
don't know if they
looks like he's
are.
playing very comfortably. So.
150. Can't pull that back either, Randy. Dang. I promise.
You know, I've been playing in
This
Austin. That's how they do it in Austin.
That's how they do it in Austin? That makes a lot more
All
sense.
this Texas traveling I've been doing.
That makes way more sense from everything I've heard from Austin.
Randy's such a blast.
I'm getting 20% off.
An all diamond flop here.
Okay.
Carlos gonna flop the best pair.
No, he. Yeah, yeah. I completely understand what you're saying. 3? 3?
That's a good bet. I'm gonna lay down my 8 high diamonds.
Can't resist.
Both cards.
Well, they've done that too. Not that much.
Good bluff.
It's the best. Carlos always shows the most relevant card.
So sick. Only the first time I folded a flush on the stream.
So we got about 250 y'all watching with us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Still have about an hour and a half left in our live stream. If you've been enjoying the content and enjoying Christopher Cashman commentating to me, hit that like button.
No, that's why I checked the flop. Shit, I thought one of
Helps
y'all.
channel out a bunch.
Well, I don't know. Oh, 25.
Yeah, how long does it take to film seats? Like, hey,
They're just looking for
Yeah,
Randy.
if anyone in the
Randy
chat
probably
has
said
any
he's on the way or
questions
something.
for either me or
There's other
Cashman,
players
go
waiting.
ahead and throw them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them.
He's very good, actually, and I'm going to beat him.
Another Randy?
Not Randy.
I know typically y'all are watching
you know where
Chris
we
play,
film?
but here's your chance to actually interact with him
Looks like
and ask
him,
him some
but
questions. Maybe about poker, life, maybe some chess questions too. Maybe you have to switch your poker brain off and go back to chess for a little bit.
Very similar games in a deep sense, like all the same
Let's go.
It attracts the
motifs.
same mind, yeah.
For sure. All the same motifs.
I'll give you some.
I'm actually curious. Did you ever get to a game of Magic
Good call,
the Gathering?
No, I've never
No?
been.
Okay. Because I feel like that also attracts the same minds. Like, there's a lot of like ex-Magic players that have gone pro poker and vice versa, actually. And some like some of them that used to play professionally in poker that have actually several bracelets that are only doing Magic now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know like Danny Marks is into Magic. How about that?
Spade. Anything's spade.
5.
Jack O'Connor says, we are here for hashtag Kyle Big Bets.
Ah, so close.
I was gonna say so.
Is that one of the listed
Okay,
nicknames?
sorry.
Great, now my boss.
Can we go over those again?
Yeah, from Mallory. Let's see. He goes by
Right in front of us.
Kyle Daly, aka the River Whisperer, aka Daily Double Up, aka Kyle Big Pots. Okay, there we go. AKA OMC Slayer.
That's okay. I'm fine with it.
That's a really good, solid list.
One.
Solid list.
Plenty of nicknames to go through, but clearly Daily Double Up is his nickname here. Nick Gutierrez in the chat says, "What do you do when your former backer puts payout?" You know, probably. What's you want to order? This is a kind of a shot in the dark reference. You want to order that V2 suction vacuum from that one guy, and I don't know. I can't remember the name, but that one scene from Breaking Bad where he calls that vacuum shop and you change your whole identity.
Understood.
That's very typical.
Probably some sage advice.
He folds the small bags.
You're very much on brand.
I had a 1-2 night up there that helped cash me.
A couple games ago.
Always appreciate it.
David Williams is a Magic player. Yeah, he's like a big poker player too.
And not in that order.
Eric Froelich. I think he has like 3 bracelets, and he's like a sick Magic player too. Oh yeah, Nick. I played with your brother actually on Monday. Nick. So Nolan, I got to play with him for a little bit. He was a blast.
Have you been playing a lot lately?
Probably not as much as I'd like, but I still get a decent amount of hours a week. I played a lot in January when, and I told a lot of people this. I was like, man, the 2-5 games were so great in January when no one was here, you know, like. And I played a lot of 2-5. Had a really good month. I think I played like 100 hours despite working like full time still.
Nice.
And then in February I was training for 4, so I only played like 30 hours that month. And then now I'm back up to playing quite a bit this month.
Yeah, December and January are really special at 2-5. Like some of the best 2-5 games I've ever played.
Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't just me that noticed it. Okay. I was like, something is different in the air right now.
Yeah, especially in December. Like
oh my
all
gosh.
of the Euros were gone. They're back home for Christmas. It was
December and
insane.
January was great. That's why you probably see me playing a lot more 1-2 now lately. It's just like, it's just, for sure. I'm pretty content with, yeah. The Hoover Max Extract 60 Pressure Pro. Thank you, Nick.
It's a 3-bet pot. Queen of Felt C-bet. Miguel called. She's going to double barrel. Miguel's in there. The open ender.
And they're like swimwear.
In there like swimwear.
And Queen of Felt just running amazing tonight. Get a river the top pair.
Aaron should start negotiating a buyout, I think. I mean, he's in deep trouble.
Such a sick, like, shot call, too. She's like, I'm winning 5K plus tonight. Because I think she must have commentated with them yesterday. I think she was in the booth with Aaron and Ben Kirby. Wow, and she checks here. Great check here. Maybe noticing how Miguel had the willingness to bluff off on a lot of runouts. Just putting on a clinic tonight, huh?
Nice hit.
Seems like you're hitting every river.
Queen of Felt. Climbing the leaderboard. I could be mistaken, but I don't think she added on at any point from the original 2K buy-in.
I don't think so either.
So, because I think when she jammed the 7 deuce, she had like 2,300 or 2,400. So, yeah. No, yeah. She's in for the 2K buy-in, so she's up 8K. Not looking good for Aaron.
Prepare the chicken broth.
Yeah, the chicken broth, tequila, and the push-ups.
Such an obscure bet. I don't know how you land on chicken broth, tequila, and push-ups.
Somebody check on the air.
Sugar's fine.
That's never happened.
If he is drinking chicken broth, you should do the push-ups and then drink the chicken broth. Just get some good workout recovery there.
Exactly.
That's why I'm wearing this. I expect
Electrolytes.
Yeah, and some electrolytes. I don't know about the alcohol, but...
Usually is.
You hungry, Dawson?
Hoover Max Extract 60 Pressure Pro. I need to remember that next time. I want to make that reference.
The big desert over here. What are you doing? Do fried chicken. We could do.
Do you have any favorite TV shows currently, Cashman, or are you just been all poker? Just
I've never really been that big into TV or movies. It's not.
Depends on where you go. It can be amazing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense though. I mean, if you played chess at a young age, I imagine it's like, oh, it's gonna rot your brain. You know, you're gonna not be able to.
Yeah, I don't really like devoting a couple hours to watch a movie or trying to watch a TV series, but.
Maybe I didn't get the right words out. You don't remember our first conversation?
You're missing it by one hand every time.
I know. Trust me, I know. I'm sweating it as much as you are.
Yeah, I can make suggestions if you know what you want.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on the button now. You got a good chance. Let's see what happens.
There we go.
What's good?
What's good?
We are playing
Yeah.
in 7 days.
A lot of Sam fans in the chat.
I would say
Say
there's
that.
a good pizza place.
Pushed all in.
Yeah, chicken broth and tequila is the prop bet between Aaron
And she went
and
both.
Queen of Felt.
One with the 7, one with the deuce.
We haven't seen the 7 deuce in a while too, so I'd really want to see someone pick up that bounty.
I'll take that.
Significant money with $50 a person, $400 up for grabs.
right by here. It'll get here in 2 seconds.
That's pretty good.
I'm surprised no one's taken Habib's seat yet.
Yeah, then it hasn't been filled yet. He must be.
Don't call, you have no chance.
You can get
I don't know, looks like
Chick-fil-A.
you're gonna have another player
We don't
eventually.
have a chance anyways.
Yeah.
Let me take a browse and see what's in the vicinity.
Oh,
Looks like a very exciting player coming.
Yeah. We can. We won't spoil it yet,
that's
but we
not
do have
concern.
another player filling that 3 seat momentarily. It is a player you all know.
Fan favorite.
Yeah, fan favorite for sure.
One of my favorites.
What do you think? He's gonna
Oh,
take
interesting flop here. Miguel gonna flop trip 5s here.
I'm trying to learn the
Finally
lingo.
something for him.
So I imagine Queen of Felt won't go too crazy on this board here. Oh, so he actually turns equity somehow.
Wow, checks running again.
It's a rapper too.
Wait, and Sean's on the button though. He talked that he was gonna win this hand for Stassi.
Do it.
600.
Do it.
Looks like a most likely going to get snapped by
around
Miguel.
the paper bar.
I have no idea what happened in this hand. I think I misplayed my hand from the very beginning. I fold.
Queen of Felt loses the minimum. Straight.
Stassi gonna take down that burger button there.
What was
That was a
7
lot of hard work though.
I wonder what would you have done on a flop if I'd done the flop.
Gone.
I
Thank you,
confused
Tears,
myself.
asking who's the better poker player, me or my brother?
So you had a chance.
Well, she was winning
I'll
that
say
no matter
you,
what.
just because I've seen you play
Not
more.
necessarily.
But your brother was definitely a pretty solid player.
Today, but on
That
this
would be
table,
rough. That would be rough.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, but you still get it.
Another player may or may not have convinced
I
him
think $40 is
to
pretty ripe
dabble in some
to cut it.
beer with him.
She
That
was
might have
getting
affected
it
your brother's
at
play a
some
little.
point,
Regardless, you
no
think?
matter what.
maybe this way should make more. So that
Don't want
keeps
to
going.
don't really want to cowl him
Because
out
not
too much,
everybody's
but I just thought that was
Not
funny.
everybody's adding anyways.
But I'll say you, Nick. I'll say you're the better player than Nolan.
Show one.
Show one card. If you don't, you have to
Show
tip the
one
dealer
card.
25.
Actually, even he said that.
There he is.
Oh, and look at
If
that.
everyone's doing it.
Izzy here.
Mr. Izzy.
In the 3C here with way more chips probably than he needs.
Yeah,
But
9 maybe. That's
Came
4,
prepared.
5,
yeah, came prepared, came with bullets,
What
ready
is
to
your name?
reload.
Izzy.
Izzy.
I've got over 6. But
What?
Mallory's boyfriend.
Oh, no way.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're currently out, right? So, I mean, but her and Mallory, or not her, Izzy and Mallory are dating right now. Very cool.
For sure. Really great guy. A lot of fun. Good for the game.
Was RV
Likes
still
to
gonna make it?
have a lot of volume in chips at any point.
For sure.
He'll always, no matter what game he's playing, he always has at least $40 in white chips.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. I mean, he's trying to tip the dealers. I know he's being very generous. A lot
So
of
he's, oh, he doesn't.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want to play?
Look at that
He
flop.
had to leave early, so
Middle set for
he
Sam.
looked at me. He's like, "You want to take the spot?" I was like, "I don't know." Once I heard
No one else has
7
too much. Carlos middle
Like,
pair.
once I heard there's a whale in the game, I'm in.
I
Right?
need 7 deuce. I hear someone's blasting away with 7 deuce against Sean. Yeah, okay, I'm in.
What were you playing?
I love his sweatshirt.
25, 50 games.
Snoopy.
Why didn't you come down?
That's what I was thinking.
My girl was asking me to join.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was
Sick
no
turn
list?
card.
Randy?
Somehow giving Carlos outs when the card he hits gave the other opponent a set.
We'd rather have you.
Well, you guys already played.
You seem more talkative.
Really sick
Oh,
turn.
hey, Stats.
I like big bet by Sam. That's sufficient.
11.
Yeah, that turn card can give a lot of 2 pairs. Queen Jack, Ace Queen,
Habip didn't take it
obviously Ace Jack. Very cooler flop.
Did he take a
I
home?
don't think he
Habib
dropped
took
it
a home?
off. I'm pretty sure he threw in his jacket.
No help for Carlos.
There's other cards that should
Yeah,
be here.
this is rough.
I didn't see anybody collecting it.
Now, what sizing do you go with if you're Sam Clarke here?
Did he take it?
And do you ever go for like a block bet with Carlos's hand?
I don't think so.
No.
Wow, it's
Is gonna go for a bet for value. Looks like.
If check 2, I would go really large with Sam's hand. You unblock a lot of the top pair holdings, like top 2, that kind of thing. Would like to see him go.
Queen Jack.
I would have liked to see him. It's easier to say this when you can see all the whole cards, but I would have liked to see him go for all of it on the river.
targeting set of 8s. You can definitely see set of 8s doing that on the river, right?
Ace queen.
Ace queen.
And Carlos never has aces or queens because he just called 50 pre. Sometimes he's gonna have the nut straight, I guess, but he's often raising that on the turn.
Given the flush draw out there.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I think that's a mandatory jam.
How much you find, dear?
Sam, what do you think? There's Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, there's a Hawaiian place.
Alpha teaches poker, saying always go for all of it.
Yeah, I completely agree. You only
top 2.
lose to one.
Chipotle, Hawaiian.
Oh, shit.
He might not have gotten called by Carlos's exact hand, but Carlos will sometimes have a set of 8s, sometimes have ace queen, which is put the money in the wall.
Betting that sizing right on the river, like it screams to me. If I'm sitting with a set of jacks, I'm like, wow, this guy has set of 8s, or somehow river to set, or somehow river something.
Aces up, something like that. Yeah.
Ace 6 suited, yeah, something like
Y'all
that.
just met yesterday, you said?
I mean, officially, we've been DMing, you know. Down in the DMs.
You look pretty friendly. One-day friendship.
Maybe a little bit on the tighter side to just make that call. But yeah, when the clubs break out, I think, wow, okay, it's daily double ups night tonight.
After a month, he said,
And you know, it started off kind of rough for him, but I've always said when we get our first timers on their stream, they just run so hot.
For sure.
I don't know what it is, and you've noticed it too, right?
Actually, just, moved here, but...
I think we're missing something. Oh, never mind. I thought Miguel went all in. Oh, he did go all in. For 1.4K.
What a night here for daily double up.
He's probably going to let Izzy get off easy.
Each can get 2 of these.
He likes to think about it, though. He likes to take his time.
You can get...
He's like, what did I get myself into here? I have a great hand.
Killer chicken. But you can see the picture, so I guess it's just all this. You can just pick...
Using up a little TV time. But I imagine he'll probably just find the fold here. Because, like, you know, if he calls here and then daily double, then raises the isolate, it's just you're burning $1,300 bucks.
I'll choose 2. Okay.
I think we'll find the fold. Great fold there, and it's going to be a snap call.
Again with kings versus Miguel. 9 for Miguel.
Oh my god.
Oh. Wow. Izzy would have flopped 8s full.
What's up, Eugene? How you doing? Good, how are you?
Looks like it just made the same thing twice.
Would have been disastrous there for daily double up if Miguel wasn't in the mix, right? And if he just goes 3-bet and say fold for Miguel, I'd see Izzy peeling there 100% of the time with how deep he is.
Or even 3-bet cold call.
Right.
For 6 months, we'll be seeing a bunch of them. Yeah.
Daily double up having an amazing night so far. And I'll be right back. I'm going to use restroom. Do you need a water, Hayden?
Yeah. Did you have this custom made?
Yeah. That's it. More love, baby. That's what the world needs, Sometimes there's too much hate at the poker.
There's no, well, not even just the poker.
Nice hand for daily double up.
It's worse outside of poker.
Great stream for him so far. Child protective service agents just walked in the door asking for a Christopher
It's
Castle.
definitely not in Paris, France.
Fair
I'll tell you
warning.
that much. That is
Thank you for the warning, Steve.
That is the least friendliest poker room I've ever been in my life.
Watching out for me.
Everyone smells.
I'm straddle 25. You can restraddle.
Some CVS agents just walked in the door asking for Christopher Castle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you restraddle.
Yeah, I think I did it wrong. It said like choose 2. And I think...
Yeah, if you, there it is.
What'd you get though? I mean, just like...
Looks like we're playing 2, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100.
I think you're choosing the 2 things, you know what I mean?
I think it...
What are you doing, my dear?
I think it did it, right?
I assumed
It's just, your mixed plate comes with 2. Let's see if I like it.
I just chose like
You got Muller
Can you
card?
pass her the chips? She can't
different sauces, I think.
It's 100 right now.
Correct.
Yeah, just different sauces.
Let's see if I'm able to...
But then look, it says 2.
Cashman, are you old enough to drive?
Okay,
Yes.
maybe if I go 1...
But then it's not the buy one.
Certified
It's
Texas driver.
Let me see if I can add another one.
How are you? Leave that card.
Yeah.
Folds around to OFC in the $50 straddle. Makes it 350 with the ace 3 clubs.
Because I'm in position.
Oh, I hate it.
Izzy looks at one card, puts the money in. $100 straddle.
Oh, nice.
Reach out for fast
I've been hot lately.
Check.
Izzy looked at one card pre and off the top pair.
Hey, yeah.
We got 3.
Yeah, it did it right.
Ooh,
Connected.
connected.
What's happening here?
That's a small big
Nice
thing.
hand there for Izzy.
I love that hand.
Nice hand.
Did you have deuce 7?
And you are playing the D7. No, I do not do 7.
Oh, okay. I was like,
would've
did you
told
look? Yeah.
Yes, let's do 7, please.
Small,
Do
big,
7.
bigger, please. Small, big, bigger, and we got straddles. Cool.
Is that me?
You want a straddle for 100? It is.
Steven. What's up, Steven?
Delivery here.
7.
How's it going, Mr. Delivery?
We got a crock.
Oh,
We got a
we do.
straddle.
Hang on.
Nobody, we're not doing Hold on. Hold on.
Let me know, Steven, if you ever want to do commentary again.
I see.
I know you'd rather play on a lot of these games, but
We good?
I think a lot of our viewers would love to hear from you as well.
Now we need everybody to
What's your
stand
bet size so we have an idea?
150.
Okay.
Goodness. There we go. Thank
Slow
you.
motion going in.
We like it.
That's the
We
Tom
like
DeLonge
it.
Yeah,
stance
Todd
right there.
has reached out to me. He's wanting to commentate. I think I mentioned to you earlier.
Izzy, can you stand?
Danny,
There
you.
go. Can you
So.
stand, Sam?
A lot of people that
Beautiful.
would definitely be great for the live stream, I think.
For sure, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when you have someone that has experience playing the games that you're commentating on. You know, it's like you have interesting
Yes.
like personal anecdotes, that kind of thing. Experience with the players. It's not a nice addition.
Because he straddled for 50.
We're working on it. We're getting there.
Yes. 6 made it. Sam made it. 150. We caught a call from 8. 7 folded. It's
Yes, let's do it, Steven, for sure.
I'm waiting.
1 second.
I would say this weekend, but this is also the weekend of our probably our biggest tournament we've had in a while. So I can't. I'm actually working all weekend. But how about next week, Steven? Next Friday? Because next Sunday I'm actually leaving on the Sunday after this Sunday. Oh wow, gotta leave. The cruise is coming up soon. One and a half weeks. I need to start figuring out where my what clothes I'm gonna bring and stuff.
That's really yellow, right?
Nick Gutierrez says, I once asked Steven where he bought his pants.
Looks poisonous.
I had that question for him the other day as well. He had these pants that showed about a foot and a half of calf and ankle.
So capris.
Straight up capris, yeah. From I Love Ugly. Name of the brand, not a good.
Carlos, are you tired of playing?
Derek,
12 minutes ago, dude.
any chat pros to do commentary? Well, we haven't had one like that for a while, but definitely not.
Sam Clarke takes another one down.
Man, Izzy, what the hell did you come here for? Cost us $50?
10 high.
Yes,
I was winning.
You had a pair? You had a pair of 7s, right?
7.
Yeah, you were good.
I think Steven's using the stream chat as a personal DM to the commentators because he's blocked in my DMs, and so it's difficult for him to reach me.
How much should it be?
Just lean over the rail, Sam.
Delivery.
It's 3.
350, that's it.
I mean, he has to be here right now, right? Is he not in the room?
Yep.
He's probably,
Okay.
probably on 16.
Should have been 400.
Interesting.
Running good.
Apparently Nick has a picture of Steven here.
Yeah, I wasn't
Polarizing
watching
figure.
it, sorry.
I knew, but I don't want to say
Very.
it. You did, bro.
7.
So you did. 5, 10, 25.
There we go.
7 deuce.
You know, as much as I like playing board games, Steven, I'm definitely down again to get drinks or food sometime. I know he's a big foodie, and so am I. So.
Skyrocket on that turn.
Steven has some really good
Yeah.
restaurant recommendations.
Yeah, and bar recommendations too. So
151.
obviously you can't participate in the bar, but if, we get some food sometime. Obviously you're welcome to come too.
Where's my mic? Throwing out a mic?
He's the only one.
They come king high.
Hey, what's up?
Carlo, the chat pro in the chat. What's up, Carlo? Miguel can have the best hand here.
Habib taking mics.
Gets it done.
So I mean, I know you're really not that much of a cash game player, but have you, or tournament player, but have you ever had any thought about maybe taking some shots at some tournaments, maybe this summer, or I guess when you can't even do that yet?
I'll probably go like spend the summer in Vegas when I turn 21. I turn 21 next April, so I'll probably go play a bunch of WSP events in Vegas, that kind of thing. But until then, just cash, and when the time comes, I'll study pretty hard and start playing.
Cool, because I mean, I've told this to so many people. It's like we need you to win a big tournament, so they can say Cashman cashes big.
Exactly.
Like I've already thought of a title for the poker news article. Like young Texas player Cashman cashes big. You know, like what better title to like I mean, the poker's already rebooming as it is. But like, can you imagine it's a young guy like you, and then with your last name, it's like.
I will be on it next summer.
Yeah.
For you, Derek.
Please. I'll buy some action.
It's like Sam Clarke opens, daily double up, 3-bets king deuce suited. Sam Clarke elects on call. 4-bet sometimes, but...
It is, but they offset it with
What a
free
flop
food
there
and drink.
for Sam Clarke.
And you can have as much as you want, and it's good food. It's not
Clean
like
that post draw.
like you could get a T-bone steak, you could get like shrimp pasta, part of the rig.
Exactly. As long as they have stuff
Like really good liquor too. Yeah, you can get a drink every time.
Like sometimes raise, sometimes call.
Stephen agrees, saying the potential is high for poker headlines.
That's Paris. That's Paris, and it was horrible. It's horrible.
I'll see how more. Yeah, I like this play from Sam.
Especially on a board that should favor his range. He can have all the straights, the sets, the 2 pairs.
For sure. No. Plus the river. Plus the river.
Yeah, and even if you do get called, which would be like very indicative hands like over pairs, you have plenty of equity against those hands.
For sure.
It's a nice play.
And definitely plays well as a raise sometimes.
How about Cashman meets Moneymaker? Oh my god. There's some great ones. See, everyone in the chat's rooting for you to not play and win a tournament, a big tournament.
Next summer, I'm on it. I'm on it.
To her, she doesn't have any. I think she needs a little bit.
I did hear a rumor around here saying that you were wanting to dabble into the mixed game streets.
It's true. I want to learn like all the mixed games, but I'm only willing to lose like a certain amount to learn. Like I don't want to. I've seen some like higher limit mixed games here, and I don't want to lose like 2K to learn how to play mixed games. I'm willing to lose a little, like splash around,
Sure,
but
sure. No, so losing 2K at the stakes we play is very, very possible. Because 50 big bets. Because we're playing a lot of 23 lately.
Yeah.
There's definitely been that kind of swings for some of the players in the game.
I'll join you guys one of these days.
Sure. Yeah, we'll happily have you join us. We'll definitely teach you too.
You're making me work for it. You're first.
Not much of anything for anyone. I think OFC 3-bet pre.
Check. Do it again.
We had diamonds for OFC. Only flush draw out there.
Sam Clarke with the best hand for now. I don't really like this play multi-way. I think you have better hands to bluff that have more equity than 4s.
I mean, so often, right, if you do get called, it's against a hand that has a lot of equity, right, or that's already beating you.
Certainly. And also you might face a check raise here from OFC.
Which OFC is definitely capable of having some check raise. Well, the stack is a little awkward, right? I mean, I think the only sizing would be all in, right? Because you wouldn't be setting up a big enough river bet if he does check raise to say like even the min range, right? So I mean, I think it's all in or fold, right? At this point,
he's gonna come call.
Call here. Maybe try to
brick on the river.
It was a clear check back from Sam Clarke, and somehow got value with the pocket 4s on that kind of board, which is pretty sick. Definitely not. I'm not too sure what he was trying to target. I mean, just maybe just naked ace of diamonds with.
But they were 4 ways. Like I don't think you can justify value betting. It's hard to justify value betting for it.
Yeah.
It was I think he was obviously turning his hand into a bluff, but I think you just have hands with more equity and better removal to turn the bluff.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking.
For sure.
I never like to. I like to play devil's advocate.
For sure.
Advocate for all players. But no, I definitely agree with you. It's 4 ways. I mean, it's a shot in the dark. Right? You literally have no idea where you're at. And like I said earlier, hands that do end up calling probably have a decent amount of equity, which he had. He had queen of diamonds and any ace or queen were live.
Certainly. And I wouldn't be surprised if OFC landed on check raise there. Like check raise all in. I've seen him do similar things in the past.
A shove would have been pretty sick, right? Because then you're folding out all hands that don't contain an 8 a lot of the time.
For sure.
Overpairs are in a tough spot. They're like, oh, why did I bet this turn? I should have just checked. Would have been a sick play, and I think it would have worked. So it's just so tough. I mean, and OFC's been running kind of bad tonight. It's hard. It's like a multitude of things, right? When you're running bad, not hitting cards, and then you're in a good spot to pull off a good bluff, but you're like, oh my god, I don't want to stack off another 5K.
Especially when your table image isn't amazing. Like,
yeah.
Table image is definitely a factor in live poker when you're trying to decide on whether to bluff or not. Like your table image, if you've been winning or losing, is actually somewhat important.
No, for sure. Yeah. When's the worst time to bluff? For sure, when you're running bad and maybe some people might be noticing you're a little bit tilted.
For sure. Miguel gets it done with the 7-4 of hearts. Jams it in.
I think there was a 4 somewhere in there. I know that look when you win.
Sam Clarke now up 9,500. Having a great night.
He just got one.
Randy up about 5K. Queen of Felt up about 8K.
Was there a 4 out there?
Wide variety of winnings and losings here on our table here tonight.
No 6 coming. As soon as it's coming, you know it's coming.
Yeah, our limit mix group is definitely a lot of fun. I mean, we currently play 2040. Obviously, we're happy to lower the stakes too if it means bringing in more players. Like we'll play 1020. That's probably as low as I want to get. Because once we've had a taste of 2040, we don't want to get anything lower than that. And it's just like it makes us bored, you know.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, for sure.
You literally understand.
100%. Izzy's in there. Looks like Miguel limps the ace-king. Randy raises jack-9. OFC calls. Izzy's going to 3-bet the button with 9-6 suited.
Just live at the bike and also.
What's the
Big lick suited, as they call it.
Live at the bike was 5-5-50. And then
Daily double up's going to call.
5-5, and then the big blind comes out 50.
Wow, and this is like a dream spot here for Miguel. The fact that Daily Double up called too.
Yeah, Daily Double up's call is pretty speculative. I think you can maybe get away with 4-betting from time to time, but calling a check off out of position versus button 3-bet is.
And I don't ever do staking. I don't really like that stuff. So.
Asking for some punishment.
Yeah.
You got a lot of hearts all over you.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah.
Well, it looks like he's going for the call.
6-9. Let me see. 6-9.
Oh wow! And max value here from Miguel.
Let's see.
Garbage, weed. The waste of it. Miguel, deuce.
Yeah. Miguel gets it done.
Nice hand there from Miguel.
$4,300 pot. Going Miguel's way.
Wait, Miguel's waking up with
Kind of the problem too of making speculative call with ace jack. You kind of level yourself into making that call, right? When you've seen so many
nice timing. I'm glad I helped that
kind of just random hands from Miguel.
Sure,
right?
some dead money, getting a price, like.
When he could have just folded, or maybe even done the. I mean, in that spot, right? We both agree. You probably want to probably 3-better fold in that spot.
Yeah, even 4-bet's pretty loose, but
I think it's just 3-better because it's just a limp, or did someone raise?
There's a limp Randy raise.
Oh, Randy raise. Okay, my bad. So yeah, 4-better fold.
4-bet's even a little loose,
even
but
4-bet's a little
but
sketchy.
it's probably better than just call.
Yeah, once he does call, and then Izzy folds, and he's like, well, I could be flipping with a hand like this.
Exactly.
They were suited.
I think probably the first daily double.
I had no reason to raise.
Obviously, no, there's no one right way to play it, but I'd say the best thing.
For sure.
We gotta make
No
it.
matter what the race was called.
His hands up, you know what I mean?
350, yeah.
Miguel here going for is he going for the limp re-raise again? I think he is. He's ready. He's ready to just get his money, all his money back in one go here. Somehow it's limping all around here.
Y'all gotta be kidding me, really?
Miguel's like, crap.
You limping with your aces?
Yeah.
He was expecting me to do something. Wolfgang's on the button. You gotta rely on him. He's the squeezer. Right?
Check.
Yeah, he thought about it for a second.
Check to you, dear.
Looks like a pair of deuces
Randy with
for
the king.
Carlos. Oh, Randy with the king. Randy with trip kings. Carlos with a deuce and a flush draw.
I'll fire it out here. Somebody come out of the closet.
Thanks, Ashley.
Where? Who's in the closet?
I only got 9 people behind me.
How many commentators do we have tonight? Oh, just me and Cashman right now. Appreciate the kind words, Ashley.
For sure.
6 on the river.
King's full for Randy.
The nuts.
Carlos gets counterfeit.
The effective nuts. Obviously quad 6s, but
I hate that 6. God almighty.
I would have been so good.
another nice little pot there for Randy.
Carlos, thank you for donating.
I like it. That's hard.
You know what? I don't know that I have any Carlos chips.
They're over here in this direction right here.
Some people are pulling like Jack 13 and printing. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't like it.
No,
You've had some crazy hands tonight. The 7 deuce,
Yeah,
the
7
Randy
deuce.
snap call on the river with
Yeah.
ace 3. I mean,
Golly.
a lot of heart.
There you are.
Definitely not your typical 2-5-10 game.
That's for sure.
Especially when you got players calling with a 9-4 suited here, and oh my god, what is this game is completely out of the monk right
Looks
now.
like 350 to go with Jack 4 out.
Probably. That's a number on.
Does someone have like a side bet between these? Because we've seen Wolfgang do it. We've seen, I think Sam Clarke did it once. Now Izzy with the.
You got suited? Jesus. I don't have suited. I don't have suited. I have the Robbie.
Well, at least it's not due 7.
I'm practicing.
At least it's not deuce 7.
Practicing.
Sam Clarke up almost 10K now.
Yeah,
Had a rough start,
yeah.
but
Having a monster night.
coming back. Yeah.
Probably would have.
Should be a fun post-stream game. Excited to get in
Double
there.
straddle, Jesus.
You're in for 10. We got 50. We got 100. One to play.
$100 straddle. Wow.
100 to play all straddles so far.
Sam Clarke gonna open it up.
No longer in straddle.
Sam's running good. What's that? Sam's running
Definitely. I guess what are your thoughts on this? Given that there's this many straddles and the stack depths are relatively shallow, he probably could have gone a little smaller, right, with his raise.
I was thinking the same thing. Even without a little straddles and players behind, I usually try and open 2.5x. It's difficult when we're playing like 10-25 because it's a green chip game, so you can only open 3x. But at 25-50, 50-100, I'm always opening 2.5x because I think it's a little bit better in theory. Also, especially when you're like a little shorter stack.
Yeah, you're limiting you're reducing your variance just that little bit much more when the pots just aren't as bloated. But it's a small thing I noticed.
Sure. It's also just best in theory. Like when you're playing online, good players are not opening 3x. Like almost all players in a lot of the pools are opening 2.5x, 2.2x, that kind of thing.
Obviously, that being said, like I think probably in the live field, we probably rarely see that, right?
For sure.
Even our 2-5 games here, right? You're not seeing anyone open to 15 even. It's typically 4x or bigger. I've noticed in our 2-5 games here.
I've tried to implement it at 2-5 opening to 15, but it does feel weird after you've been used to people opening to 25, 30, 35.
So I mean, it depends. It depends on your game, right? Like, because I've done that before too. Or like, I'm like, I'm just so much more comfortable just raising the standard 3x, and you just kind of have to adjust. Like, if you notice that more people are just calling, then you can raise your sizing, and they're gonna be calling with a lot worse hands, anyways.
It looks like Sam Clarke took down another one. Bet the turn when the flush came in. Getting after it, for sure. Anyways, yeah, it's a balance between trying to play, like, theoretically correct and...
adjusting to, like, the live aspect.
Exactly, adjusting to live dynamics.
Right, because, I mean, nothing's worse, right, when you're like, oh, this is great, I got aces under the gun. You raise to 15 or 20, and then get 7 callers, because, like, you're just in a 2-5 game, a live game where people are just splashing around.
For sure, for sure.
Because, I mean, I've seen people go as large as, I mean, obviously, as small as 3x, or as large as 7x in a non-straddle 2-5 game. Right?
Sure.
They're raising 30, 35.
You can tell them I need them.
Obviously, if you are going to be doing that, then you probably want to have a little bit tighter of a range, the higher sizing you're going, right?
For sure, for sure. Have a multi-way pot.
He's picking it up right now. So
it's hot.
Looks like Daily double up with the gutter. Miguel ace-10 high, the best hand.
No, I know. That's why I was willing to say
It's funny they're mentioning that it's hot there, because I'm really comfortable in here, but normally it's freezing in here.
Really?
Because I normally have my jacket, I have my hoodie up, because I'm just like, I have the heater on. So that makes sense why they're hot out here, because I'm comfortable in here right now. Looks like Daily Double Up's gonna be doing the betting here with his gut shots.
Definitely makes sense. Check 2 on the button.
Looks like Izzy might be going in for the check raise with equity.
Gotta love it.
Equity,
Gotta love it.
I like it with how deep he is. Can turn a lot of good cards. Any 4, any spade.
You really don't want to overdo it, but it's an interesting play for sure. Check raise to the backdoor, backdoor.
Backdoor, backdoor.
The backdoor, backdoor.
Hey Griffin in the chat, what is the chip on the dealer button about? Is that a side game of sort? Yeah, so a lot of our players here like to do a dealer appreciation thing on the button. You typically see a lot more at our 1-2 games, but they'll typically throw like $1 or $2 on there, and then if a player wins a hand on the button, the money that's on the button goes to the dealer, which is kind of a fun little thing.
Some really exceptional dealers here at TCH.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why it's kind of, they really want to show the appreciation to all the really great dealers here at TCH.
It is a rinse. It is a rinse.
Definitely not required, but obviously very much appreciated by all our dealers here. I know some of the players, I've definitely noticed of the 1-2 games, they'll go out of their way to try to, there's only $10 on there, and they're risking $300 to try to win the $10 for the dealer. And it's I've always heard from the dealers, they're you don't need to go bust for us.
Yeah,
if it happens, it happens. It's just it's more of a sweat for us, because then we're just dealing faster.
For sure.
But yeah, don't go out of your way to try to win the dealer button. Quite the flop here for Daily Double Up. Flops a flush draw and a gut shot, and boom, right on the turn, gut shot for a Daily Double Up. I mean, if you're gonna play the 10-4 suited, I mean, flop the world like that.
Exactly. That's the way to do it.
370.
Gonna bet a size into targets.
missed the pre-flop action. I guess it's a Wolfgang open, daily double up called, flop check, daily double up, bet 150, Wolfgang call. So Wolfgang raised pre, check the flop, check the turn. Makes sense by him so far. It's going to be a tough spot on river.
150.
He's going to block. Interesting play. You're going to call by worse ace-x, that kind of thing.
And then if they raise, they just almost have you beat here.
For sure.
So depending on what sizing double up, I mean, well, fortunate for Wolfgang, he does have the jack of spades, so it does reduce some bluff combos that daily double could have here, like king jack spades or queen jack spades. So when he raises here, he's essentially saying he has a straight or maybe a set. And I'm kind of interested just because Wolfgang seems surprised by this play, right? So, like, if you're going to bet this size on a river, I'd want you to have, like, a plan in mind, right, if he does raise. And it seems like, just based on his body language, seems kind of surprised that daily double is raising.
Sure.
So I guess from my perspective is, like, if you're going to block bet for the sizing, maybe just have the plan in mind, like, fold to a raise or call. For sure. Right? Like, I mean, you either betting to induce or betting to get to a cheap showdown, right? Kind of in the blender now. And it looks like his mind was originally like to bet fold to a raise, but he's just like still interested in what daily double could have in that spot.
Sure.
But really good fold there from Wolfgang.
Yeah, I don't think people are finding the river raise bluffs enough facing a block or facing any aggression, so it makes sense to overfold those spots.
Doug R here with a $12.88 super chat. Thank you so much. It says 51 in the chat. Whatever that means. Thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate the super chat. For those that don't know, all the super chats do go to support our live stream crew here and commentators. Wow, there's some commotion going on outside our door.
Seriously.
There must be an action game or something. And typically that table 14 is typically an action 2-5 game.
Agreed. 9 and 14.
There you go.
It's the 10 and 15 of the 1-2 street.
Exactly. Back in my day, it was 11.
11?
11 was the table.
Really? Oh, for the overnight games. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Back in my day.
No, 10 and 15 now. That
really?
Seems to be the, as Mark will like to say, Mark's table on table 10.
Well, keep an eye out. Table 11 used to be Phil's table. You remember Let's Dance?
Yes.
Yeah, Let's Dance.
Let's Dance.
Let's Dance.
I haven't seen him for a little bit. I know he's a dentist or dentist technician, so he's very busy with that job.
Yeah, he owns a lab.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
for Mint Dentistry, right?
Right, they make crowns, that kind of thing.
Appreciate the love, Doug R. Thank you so much.
Multi-way spot again. Carlos with middle set. Randy with top pair.
Oh no, Miguel.
Miguel with the threes.
Randy might just fold here. No, okay, he's gonna call for one street.
That was
That was pretty full.
Make sure you're on your toes.
Man, you're trying. All right, we got 3 players.
Classic Randy.
3 players. Your turn.
King on the turn. Like to see Carlos continue.
Did I take your water? Yeah, I got it. No, you good.
You don't need to go too large here. Definitely don't want to be scaring off any ace X holdings.
Yeah, he went pretty small. He went like 1/3 pot.
He definitely could have gone larger, but I was going to lean towards just like a half pot bet on the turn here.
You're going to have some bluffs. I think Carlos is going to continue pre with some of the 5-4, 3-5-4, 4-3 suited type hands that are flop gut shots. He's going to barrel flop sometimes with like the 8-9 of diamonds that turns a flush draw, that kind of thing. You're going to have some natural continues. Although multi-way it becomes a little more difficult. Find out those bluffs as well.
Randy doesn't like it here.
Wow, Randy lays it down.
Great fold.
Wow, Randy's the best.
I mean, they say that's how you win at poker, right? Fold when you're behind and put the money in when you're ahead, or have good equity.
Fold the ace-6 versus Carlos, and snap calls the ace-3 versus Miguel for 4,000 on river. Crazy.
Which totally makes sense when you talk about those two player types, right?
Sure.
Carlos tended to be a little more snug post-flop and pre-flop, and then Miguel showing his willingness to gamble.
Sure, for sure.
She's like, that's when things started going wrong. First hand.
You can tell. 25. Okay. King of diamonds is going to be our first version.
Daily double up with the ace king. I think the king of diamonds was exposed, unfortunately, but still a good hand here.
He's going to raise it up. He's going to make it 150.
Off of a $25 straddle, quite large.
I would advise players watching, like, you should be careful while opening different, like using different raise sizes with different hand strength. That's that's something you should watch out for, because
I preach that all the time. Actually, I'm glad you're bringing that up. Yeah, the variable raise sizes, like to say,
for sure,
especially in tournaments too.
Yeah,
where typically people are settling around the 2x, the 2.2x
for sure
the entire tournament. When you start opening it up to that 3x, 4x, or as Daily Double was doing the 7x,
for sure,
it's going to raise alarm bells. People are not going to want to give you action when they be worse hands, which is what you want.
Sure. Opponents who are paying attention will definitely catch on, and makes you a little bit easier to play against because they know what your relative hand strength pre-flop.
Though it's not going to matter here, as both Miguel and Daily Double are going to flop top pair, and we could see the money get in here again. Miguel's sitting on only 3,100. I say only 3,100 as if it's a small amount of money, but
game is playing pretty big though,
yeah. Randy here probably going to fold. Carlos, imagine, will fold as well.
A club on the turn. Miguel has the ace of clubs. Daily double up with the king of clubs.
Wow.
Does check make sense sometimes?
Put that in your purse.
Check back, Miguel. Check with that.
Spread of the rug.
Probably check most of the time, right? Because you don't imagine any ace folding.
Last time I didn't take one.
That would have bet flop.
Like a long time
He has the
ago,
pre-flop. Well, and you have to think back to the 7x pre-flop, right?
Sure.
So you'd have a lot of ace queens, ace kings, maybe even aces here occasionally.
Sure.
I don't play bomb.
You don't need that much protection.
Kings with the king club. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. You don't need that much protection, and there are not that many hands you're going to get value from.
I don't play the big boy game.
You're value owning yourself a lot of
Just
the time.
little boys game.
Like a check here.
Saves the one going all
you have
in
a
with
great
7
hand to bluff catch with if he does decide to bluff.
Losing to 7 deuce.
I know, exactly.
The Daily Double going to find
I remember.
1,900 in profit from Miguel.
Nice hand.
So the bomb pop plays in the 7 deuce?
No, I didn't want clubs.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I think.
Small and big, please.
I mean, I think if he was a little deeper, I wouldn't mind it. Just with how shallow
Let me bribe him.
Miguel was relative to the pot size, I think a check back just plays a lot cleaner. It's just
Curse my luck and then
if for some reason your opponent doesn't have an ace, it's still fine because you're way ahead. And with the nut flush draw, you're not really worried about any rivers. Say if they have like kings or the king clubs, you'd want that club to get there on the river.
Sure.
25 to go.
Mississippi Strike?
OFC's favorite hand, I think. 5-4.
Aces
Oh.
or 7 deuce. 0, 1. Double up regardless.
350.
Yeah, I like the squeeze by Sam. Really strong hand, a lot of dead money. You know OFC's ISOing the button really wide, as shown by the 5-4 off.
And Sam seems like a guy that I imagine has watched our live streams, whether or not he's like active in the chat or not. I'm sure he's studied a little bit to prepare for this live stream game.
What's OFC thinking here?
He likes the battle. He also likes his TV time. No.
Those were just called. I was stacking up. I thought all of them were going in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised to see Carlos continue here. Actually, he's a little shorter than I thought. Fold's probably best, but he might get it.
A lot of hard pitching first.
These are all like, you need his Vertex? No. That's why I was thinking, you never know, that was just a lot of you want a motion?
You got one?
OFC might stab here.
Or Tylenol, check.
Okay, no, he will just check. 8 on the turn, going to give Sam Clarke some additional equity.
Interesting turn. Interesting to see what Sam's going to do. This guy's on check. Makes sense sometimes. He gets there. What a stream for Sam.
Making all the right decisions.
Check around. Who's got what? Ace 10.
Of course you do. That's not good.
I'm actually really surprised OFC didn't decide to take the initiative on that flop. I mean, obviously, I think Sam Clarke probably plays a very balanced strategy where like he'll have some strong hands occasionally with that by checking.
That's fun.
For sure.
But
You need to start talking shit again. That's
who
when
knows?
he starts losing.
It's gonna happen. I just need to get hooly chicken in here first.
I need to leave.
Nice hand. Sam?
Water, please.
For those of y'all that prefer tournament poker, we do have our 500K guaranteed mystery bounty happening right now. Day 1C's wrapping up here. When I went out there for my restroom break, they were down to their final 3 tables, so that's getting close. We still have day 1D, E, and F for the next 3 days, starting tomorrow, and then day 2 will be on Sunday. So if you get to hit that, or come here to play this tournament, I highly recommend you do so. Should be a great tournament, and I imagine we'll smash the guarantee. And then the mystery bounties are going to range from $200 to $20K.
That's gonna be really exciting
on Sunday, which was very exciting the last time we had this. Though it was kind of, I do remember the last tournament when we had in October for the mystery bounty, that when the first 20K was pulled, the guy was like not that excited. It was just like another day in the office for him.
Dong pulled the 20K. Huh?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Dong, but it was some random guy that I'd never seen. And, like he like pulled it, and it was just like, oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah. But then the guy that pulled the second one was very, very excited.
Yeah.
Like I think he screamed, which I think I probably would.
Oh, for sure.
Like 20K.
My 8 high was good.
And he made the final table. The guy that pulled the second one.
Wow.
I have protectors.
You're in for 10. You're in time to go.
How many loyalty points do you have, Derek?
Let me check. Actually, I haven't done a roll yet today.
Check.
Another multi-way pod.
I'm going big. I've been on a downswing, so I'm doubling down here.
Clubs, 7 off hearts, 10 spades.
Gamble 2,000. Ooh.
Let's go.
Boom.
Let's go. That's it.
Boom.
Or no, I shouldn't say that.
Jeez.
Screw bankroll management.
Let's
man.
go. Let's go.
Almost said it. For the naughty word there. Yeah, I was like at 11K and I went all the way down to the 8K and like just a downswing, man. Just, I'm sure you'd understand.
Oh yeah, wow.
I assume 10, but
Miguel's gonna get value with a pair of 4s.
Carlos, you're the veteran.
I don't think we can. I don't know. What time is it?
Miguel the pro
We
here.
either wait
Surgeon.
like half an hour and it's cold, or we go and inhale it.
Miguel
now
the
and then-
surgeon.
The surgeon.
Oh yeah.
Is he actually a surgeon?
No, he's just slicing out every piece
I
of
just
value.
noticed your hoodie. I
Oh
love
man,
Can we eat
let's
it?
see.
Can we eat it back here?
it. Big 9 Inch Nails fan.
He just steals it away from him like Robin Hood. Man.
They're so good live. I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them 3 or 4 times.
Clarke having a monster night, up 11K. Queen of Felt having a great night as well. Randy daily double up in Wolfgang, up a little bit.
I think Queen of Felt having an even better night, as we've discussed, an even better night than the graphic shows. Probably up 8.6K.
I think Wolfgang is having a better night than advertised as well too, because I think he's only in for the 2,000.
Yeah, maybe. I think he just topped up to 7. Maybe he doesn't have that much in front of him.
I don't know. There's
Or we could take
We'll see in a
turns.
minute.
some graphic errors here. Is that a bottle of Zyrtec?
Yes.
Take turns in daily.
Does he have allergens?
He's a sponsored.
Allergens?
He's a sponsored Zyrtec Pro.
Is he really?
No, no.
Man, sick. No, I know. I knew you were
Okay,
kidding.
okay.
I was just-
Oh yeah, he just topped up with 1Ks. So I think that is an accurate Wolfgang stat. It's actually a hot button issue because I'm a Claritin team pro and he's a Zyrtec cleaner. You know, it's actually quite a heated debate right now.
So,
I'm not that comfortable
man,
talking about it on stream.
That's super uncomfortable now too.
Yeah.
You know the Costco brand Kirkland?
Yeah.
Kirkland signature.
There we go.
How much do you have, Miguel?
You know.
No,
No,
wait,
I'm kidding.
I was about to leave the booth. I mean, it's like a contractual obligation to leave the
We
booth.
can't even be talking to each
Sorry,
other,
buddy.
right? No, I use their allergy medicine because it's like you get like so much of it for so cheap.
I'm not affiliated with this individual. I'm sorry, Claritin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, OFC is gonna run into the open ender here. Miguel rips it. OFC with the best hand. This would be a sick call. 742 to call.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting ridiculous.
So what's funny though is that he doesn't want a pair. He just needs a 7 high to hold.
Oh yeah,
He
both his
doesn't-
pair outside
yeah,
down.
he doesn't want a pair. It's just a classic.
Oh, he makes the call. He makes the call.
Oh my gosh.
He makes the call.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? If OFC takes us down. Oh no.
6 is good.
Yes, 4.
He got the money. OFC got the money in good.
I was ahead. I pulled a queen through. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Miguel gonna find the double up
6-4
through the 7 deuce of OFC.
I have 5-3, Miguel.
You got 5-3? You should have called, bro.
I was gonna call OVC 100%, but then I saw the twinkle in your eye. You've been spazzing nonstop.
Wow, makes the call with the 7 high.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was like a miracle flop for me.
Had him had Miguel red to the 6-4 on the on the spot.
Yeah, he was ahead. He had your blockers.
Just knew he had 6 high. What a
So
soul
sick.
read, but just unfortunate run out there for OFC.
That would have been really sick if it just comes brick.
Yeah, just like
6 high, 7 high.
an ace and then like
Makes the call.
another 3. Yeah. Right, yeah, because that's the 7 plays, I think. I can't even tell what's going on with Izzy's stack right now. It's like melding into the felt.
The
Like,
Zyrtec, the chips. Izzy always has mountains. No matter the game, it just piles and piles and piles and piles of big chips.
They're playing the black chip game. Black chip. I expect nothing less.
10 of diamonds. Ace high is still the best hand.
You playing the black chip game? Oh, so a 4 diamonds? I get guy. Want to play that game with me, huh? Yeah, sure, of course. Why not? What do you? Ace high is good. God
That's good.
That's great. The value bet from the master himself.
The master himself.
I thought you were weak. I was correct. You went slightly better.
Nice hand, Miguel.
I would have been too curious.
Oh yeah, no,
just
of
for
course,
that.
of course. I like it, for sure.
Carlos here, just gonna limp in with the 9-7 suited here. Definitely a fun, playable hand.
Miguel gonna do the same.
Actually, so while I still have you here, Cashman, before you have to go battle on the streets yourself, I guess, would you ever have a limping strategy in any game?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I would. I think in like particularly soft, like 1-2. I think like particularly, I used to limp when I was playing 1-2, like small pocket pair, suited aces, that kind of thing. I'd limp or over limp. I think there's merit to have an having like an over limping strategy.
Right, because especially in a game that might be tend to play very multi-way, like
Sure.
you're just blood in the pot.
Sure.
Or,
It's not something I tend to implement maybe as much as I should, but I know some really good players have overlimping strategies like George. But I would not really advise at 2-5 and above open limping.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how to do it, right?
Yeah, I was just curious because in a game like this where we've been seeing a lot of limping, I just didn't know if it's something you could implement profitably or because I know I've seen people talk about like limping strategies in like tournaments,
sure,
as like traps, especially how the stack does play. And
it definitely makes sense in tournaments from like I think from like 15 to 25 big blinds.
Yes,
Sometimes limping
yes.
strategies are like actually the theoretically solved correct solution pre-flop.
Right, like especially if you're on the button where they're assuming you're only opening your somewhat stronger hands, and then the rest of the hands if you're limping on the button, it's taken as weak or whatever, and
Sure.
then like you might get like a 12 big blind stack and smaller big to jam, and then you're just like, oh, gotcha.
For sure.
Right.
Also, if it's balanced, you're allowed to see. You're able to see You're able to see flops with hands that you would otherwise have to just pitch if you're playing open raise before in tournaments. But in like deep stack cash games, I don't think it really has a place.
I guess ace high, With my stack, I'm ready if you show, I guess.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's why I bet it.
He's eating that food way too slow.
Yeah, this is nothing like an inhale. I've inhaled ribeye steaks faster than this man has inhaled rice.
I could have sworn I saw someone fold king queen suited. Tim Clarke gonna open the action here. Jack 10 suited.
And you know I'm not lying. That's the thing, is you know.
Okay, Izzy had the king queen suited. Okay, I was like, someone fold that?
Yeah, I expect Izzy to go for a squeeze here. Makes sense.
And
I think I gave birth
Tim Clarke has a great hand to continue with here, in position against 3 better. Though does not want to see spades. That'd be pretty sick. Now, we haven't seen flush over flush over flush since the trick time days. There was a sick hand where it was trick time had the nut flush.
Versus Zane and Big.
Zane had a jack high flush.
And Crypto Nate.
And then Crypto Nate had the 4 high flush.
Yeah, I rewatched that hand a couple days ago. Sometimes
Yeah,
I
late.
watch old streams.
Yeah, that was a sick hand.
Really crazy. Izzy's gonna flop top pair. Looks like Izzy's gonna take it down.
Nice in there for Izzy.
For sure.
Always a nice result when you go, what, like 5 ways to the flop with the king queen. Like, oh, please give me a king or queen. There it is.
For sure.
Not really.
Doug R saying we need to crowdfund Bildo's release. Good luck. Good luck. All right. I mean, I think if you took everyone's bankrolls from all of TCH Dallas, I think you still would be able to pay off whatever he owes the government. Like, that and like lawyer fees and like, yeah.
I don't think it was a lot of fun. I think that's
Pretty.
I don't know. Paolo's had a good month. Maybe we could maybe we could cough it up.
And then what would you play with him against? Or what would you play against him with? You're using all your bankrolls to,
We need
get him out.
crowdfund his release and then crowdfund our bankroll. That's first order of business. Randy with the aces.
Okay, we're good. Stop the clock.
Oh, he's in there. Izzy's in there.
I was going fast and then I spilled teriyaki all over myself.
Nice.
So I had to go.
Everyone was listing things
I
that
mean,
they've
just
done
like,
faster than you
that's
did.
right. Five's gonna count.
One of them was give birth.
I know. I was literally on my way back and I spilled the teriyaki.
I mean, right? Just look at the hands. No, but unfortunately for Miguel here, though, Randy does have the overpair.
Not very high.
Definitely see Miguel continuing one street here. Needs to hit a king or 5 to take this pot away from Randy.
Habib, the player that was playing here, he had a beautiful restaurant. So nice.
Beautiful what?
Restaurant. Yeah, so it caught fire like 2 weeks ago. It's closed right now. Otherwise, I would have invited y'all to his restaurant.
He had insurance, right?
Yeah, it's getting covered, and but it's still gonna take 3 months.
What kind of restaurant?
It's a Mediterranean Turkey.
Oh, I love that kind of food.
Turkey. Are you from Turkey?
I'm Russian.
Oh, all in call.
No.
This was 8.
All in call. Miguel running into it versus Randy again.
So I don't know what
Get
I'm
that
rooting for here.
2-7 ready.
Is he ahead, Miguel?
Ace of spades, dead man.
Never like to see the top card pair, but fortunately for Randy, it's a clean out. Nice hand there for Randy. Unfortunate for Miguel. Looks like that might be it for him. Unless,
Spreading it around a little more.
no,
I don't think so.
Straight into the
We always give
backpack.
Miguel a chance to
More
get
coming.
back.
Right on.
Absolutely.
There seems to be an endless in that backpack.
Miguel's such a good sport. I mean,
Miguel raises, I don't think one person falls. We always
it's
give you
stacked.
action.
With a fist bump and a smile. Such a nice guy.
I need a...
True that.
You need that.
It ain't a casino.
Was
There's money
that
still in
red
front.
aces?
It was right.
Randy, that was red aces, yeah?
Reaches into the backpack to reload.
Yeah, you get double digit out.
So we got about 30 minutes left in our live stream tonight. Just now joining us, we are streaming 2-5-10 Match the Stack. Special stream here for Queen of Felts and Wolfgang Poker and Clarke Poker. 3, I guess we call it social media influencers of poker.
This is 7 deuce.
Clarke and Wolf YouTube vlogs. And Queen of Felt, pretty active on the Instagram side of things.
Miguel is my spirit animal. There are.
She's right behind you.
I like Randy. Randy's my spirit animal. But both. I'll give it both of them. Both Randy and Miguel.
Yeah, sassy. Okay, well, I'll just give him 2,000 of this.
9-seat fold.
When you just see bottles of Dos Equis piling up behind it, it's a good game.
Usually a good sign.
How much are you playing?
Can you find out who's got the lowest VTIP?
Yes. Yes, I can. I have a
We're
guess.
doing the vote off the island thing?
We should do that.
I
It's
love
probably,
the vote off the
I hope
island
it's not
thing.
me.
After
I
every
haven't
hour,
played a
the
hand in a
lowest
while.
VP gets kicked out.
I think it's you.
Interesting turn card here. Gonna
have to
give
do a
the
few
gut
looks.
I
shot.
think it's one of us.
Along with 2 overs to daily double up Miguel with the nut flush draw.
I
And the
was
best hand.
playing against the beginning.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Not flush for Miguel.
It's not me.
The bottom
See
two.
if
The
daily
bottom
double
two
up decides to
VTIP.
stab at it.
Can you check the VPIP?
Yeah, the bottom two.
The bottom and the top. Who's on the top? Who's at the bottom?
You're definitely on top. No, wait, no, you and Miguel.
Yeah, me and Miguel should be on top.
You might have it messed up because I would have played so many hands or something like that, but clearly it's so low.
Let's see Miguel.
Yeah, you can give me those top and bottom V-pips. That would be great.
Bottom two.
Yes. Top with the first place, the biggest V-pip, and the bottom two. Thank you.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, that was fast.
Okay.
You're 25 if you want to be.
You finished
Okay.
it all?
So we got bottom.
It's me.
Bottom is seat 4.
Yep.
Second bottom, seat 1.
Nice job, Carl.
First top is seat 8.
So I got that going.
And second top is seat 2.
Shot.
That's what I thought, yeah.
What is that?
V-pips.
Oh.
Don't worry, you're perfectly average.
Is that your
so.
Valentine's Day? I'll take that.
It's my everyday
Better
outfit.
than usual, honestly.
That's actually not what you want to hear from a female, right? As a guy, when they say that you're perfectly average.
Get up and love all over you, man. They're gonna change the world, baby.
25.
All right, let's bump up that V-pip.
That can be taken a multitude of ways.
Not ideal. Queen of Felt is going to bump up the V-pip and limp the 5 deuce.
Yeah. I agree with that. 75, my dear. 75.
Fuck. Now I apologize in advance. This was genuinely just for the V-pip. That was it.
Generally, my hands are
This is a really bad
pretty
hand.
apologetic pre-flop. Generally speaking.
I've seen you
Yeah.
Wow.
in that position.
Oh my god.
Bottom 2 for Miguel. Top pair for OFC.
150. 150.
I fold.
We fold.
Bad. It's really bad.
That's a check. Check.
They're gonna think.
Not the best run out for Miguel.
They're
But we'll
gonna
lead
think
out
that
here
it
for
was
400.
a misreader, but
Two pair.
Sums up my night. Oh, flopped it, then I lost minimum.
I had deuce 5 off.
Then I lost minimum.
Nice hit for Miguel.
What is that?
Very nice hand. Definitely could have been a bigger pot if OFC may have had a better kicker.
I don't need healthy stuff.
That's definitely a great check back on the turn there. Certainly.
Anybody want a healthy little nut butter thingy?
Have you been offered a smoothie yet from Izzy yet?
Many. Yeah, we've played many times and the smoothies are always flowing.
Oh, I just didn't know if he's offered one for this trip yet.
No, not this trip.
He asked me like 2 days ago. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
And I was like, you know, I'm okay. I'm okay, Izzy, but next time.
I've been getting here pretty late in the afternoon, so I think I've only played with him once since since he got back. So
Oh, never.
haven't had the opportunity to take him up on a smoothie yet.
Fittest tournament director I've ever seen.
Obviously, feel free to not answer these questions, or just let me know if you don't want to have to answer these on the live stream. But I guess, did you have any plans of, for the future, maybe attending school or anything like that?
My plan is to go to UT. Yeah.
Oh, UT?
Yeah.
All right, hey,
next fall or
there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm glad to see a fellow Longhorn here
For sure.
They have a great business school.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, how
But for
good
now,
does this guy run?
as much poker as I can squeeze in.
Very cool. And I'm assuming something in business.
Yeah,
Okay,
business finance.
I kind of overheard someone else saying that.
Ollie.
Take that.
Oh my gosh, what's
Okay.
going on here?
It goes all in. It looks like it went open, call, Sam Clarke squeeze from the straddle. Miguel just jammed. With the best hand.
Thank you.
Sam Clarke having a great night. Maybe wants to gamble a little bit, and I mean, if you are going to gamble at any point, you typically probably want to do against the player that is the one gambling. Right? Like, give him some action.
Sure.
I told you he was squeezing with like a face card.
MSS Boys from Twitch says 3 people watching, question mark. Yeah, that's on the Twitch side of things. But if you want to be involved in the bigger live stream chats, we got about 200 people watching on the YouTube side. That's typically where the majority of our viewers watch.
You're running good now.
Not really.
Nice hand to
I would have
Miguel.
been in the pot if I was running.
Making a little back, up to 6K.
I may have squeezed.
I think you rebought for 2,500, so it's a
Quite the spin up there. Yeah.
We'll see. It's only numbers that matter.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever told you that, but yeah, I went to UT for 4 years.
I didn't know that.
Studying civil engineering. And,
Nice.
Where I ended up, but no, I worked in civil engineering for 3 years. Found out I didn't really like it too much. And honestly, the pandemic was kind of a blessing in disguise because I lost my job being a whole crapshoot, and then I started working here. And
Nice.
now I'm commentating and flooring now, so very interesting.
Yeah, you do it all around here.
Strange turn of events for sure.
Ship it. You ship it to me.
Yes, my queen.
Let's see what we do.
How have you liked flooring so far?
I did my first official floor shift on last Saturday, which is great. I mean, I had to help run the tournament, and then I'm going to be working all weekend, helping with this big tournament this week. But I've been enjoying it.
Nice.
Definitely. I like talking to people, so like that kind of line of work, you have to talk to a lot of people and interact with a lot of, whether they're happy or not happy. But
Sure.
I do like the social interactions. How has Wolfgang been doing? I think he's been doing pretty well. Hasn't really been catching any notable hands other than aces twice. But other than those 2 hands, he hasn't really been getting any other hands. But I mean, if you play a whole session and get aces twice and that's it, I think you're fine. You're doing fine.
Especially when Habip gives you action.
Yeah. River cards can complete brick for both players. Randy's the aggressor right now. I imagine we'll bet out again, and OFC can't call with queen high. So let's see if he pulls the trigger.
Check 2. Check. Who's got what? Check 3. Check queen.
You can't really blame Randy for the check there, right? I mean, because he has the hearts, so you're thinking about what available draws that Sean could have there. And he also has the jack, so you're removing some combos with queen jack, removing the heart combos.
Sure.
Don't really blame him there for giving up there.
Agreed.
I like that. I like that answer. That's it.
I wasn't worried about the bid. It was his second bid.
Big game still running out there?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. You gonna play?
Yeah, probably. I think I might play for a little while and end up going to get dinner with Hart.
Cool.
50.
Strange
Price of poker.
fact.
What?
I was
Because I got
Harvey followed me on Instagram, and I followed him back, and I was just like, the standard thing when someone follows you on social media, you kind of just scroll through their social media. I think him and I went to the same high school.
Really?
But like 10 years apart, but like, or not 10 years, but a significant time apart. But like, I was
I want a
scrolling
girly
through, I was like, wait,
the way I'm running out.
Martyr? And, yeah, I think we went to the same high school. Nice. So I'll have to talk to him about that. That's
pretty interesting. Looks like queen of the felt. Woke up with queens. Open under the gun. Carlos called on the button. Miguel defend straddle.
Pretty decent flop there for the queens.
Bet most of the time, check sometimes. Go for small bet. Makes sense.
What? Miguel folded?
He didn't like the girl.
He didn't like the
I might have
girly
considered
flop.
going a little bit bigger on this texture, maybe like half pot, even though you're 3-ways.
Who's commentating with Derek? Chris Cashman, one of our players from the Tuesday and Wednesday streams. Sure. But yeah, go ahead.
No worries. Hand needs a little bit of protection, and a lot of hands you can get value from.
Yeah, I'd say with a holding with like aces, where you're not really worried about any overcards coming in, you could probably be fine with that sizing.
Sure.
But yeah, a hand like queens, where you really don't want to see like a king or an ace roll off and kill your action.
And I mean, past that, you have so many natural bluffs on that flop. So many flush draws. Open-enders got shots.
Shit, there, boys.
I wish it was 7 deuce. misplayed
That's
that.
the only hand you can win with, right?
It's showdown.
That showdown, right. Red line going up.
I misplayed that hand though.
I thought I like
I
was seeing
misread the
things,
turn.
but was there like a 1-2 pineapple list being started on Poker Atlas?
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Okay, because I'm sure you do the same thing that you wake up and just kind of like scroll through Poker Atlas, see what games are going.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw that this afternoon.
You're
I'm like,
50,
what
I
in the
guess.
world?
Did you know? Yeah.
So he was on the list, the whole thing, you know. Yeah.
They enforced the straddle on you.
He's going to open the 5-3 suited. Carlos is in there.
Oh,
Daily double up calls from the small blind. A little loose. Miguel's in there, as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, for the rest of the stream, I think we're probably going to see Miguel V-pipping 100% here.
Game on.
Yeah, likely.
Yeah, it's just trying to get his money back, and you know he's always good for some loose action. They come Jack, Jack 5, Jack Deuce. Miguel gonna fall for that hand.
Diamond draw for Carlos. Randy with ace high. Gonna bet out.
Deuce of diamonds would be very interesting. There it is, the diamond on the turn.
Carlos turns to 4 high flush. Relative hand strength wise, though, it's not necessarily a monster 4 ways after everyone continues on that flop.
Right, where someone could easily have a higher flush draw.
You could be drawing stone dead to 4 house, higher flush.
Fives full, they're just going to call that flop. They're never raising. Some pocket 8s available.
That being said, he should probably bet this turn. You need to protect against another diamond rolling off.
Oh, let's just check. Oh no.
Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate river for Izzy. His action's going to go Randy bet, Izzy call,
how old is your
and Miguel
How old is your daughter?
check raise.
Now, if you're Carlos, probably should just fold here.
Yeah.
21.
It's easy to get emotionally attached to a hand that gets counterfeit on the river, though. I mean, even though you're flushing, get counterfeit, it's like it's a much weaker hand now. It's a 5 roll though.
Unbelievable here. I mean, could you just imagine what Miguel's thinking? Like, there's no way anyone's gonna bet here, and it goes bet, call, call. Just all this dead money here.
What a life.
And he's like, well, now I just hope no one else has a jack, and no one else does, so he's winning this pot. Just a matter of how much more. And this might just go back to, like, maybe in, like, a lower stakes game in a vacuum, right? You're probably folding the fives full. But I don't know how much history Izzy has with Miguel.
Sure.
But it's just still such an underbluff spot, right? When it goes bet, call, call. Like, I mean,
yeah, I mean, it seems like really ambitious.
Even the best
to bluff
players,
that spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great fold there from Izzy. And
Get that fucking
I
river.
think Carlos here just needs to let it go.
I fold.
Fold.
Good fold,
Oh my God.
Show the deuce. Yeah.
Don't you
There.
dare show no deuce crap. Show the real one. Is the deuce
Nice
dark?
hand there for Miguel. Somehow getting max value on the river.
One or the other.
So I know this is a long haul, Chris, but I really appreciate you sticking with us for the past 4 hours.
No
You can
problem.
be playing any game you want, but
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just
that's
get rid of
it.
the
A lot of
$2. It's like ridiculous to have $2.
How much? How
Yeah,
much?
5, 5, 10.
How much is left of the stream?
5, 5, 10.
Yeah, 5, 5,
20
10.
minutes?
The 2 is like ridiculous.
5, 5, 10.
Yeah, 5, 5, 10.
You're a straddle.
You got good, right? I mean, depends on how good I feel. You know, we got. I'm gonna play that 20 minutes like it's right.
No, you're good. You're good.
You know.
Straddle for 50. Oh.
Izzy wakes up with kings in the straddle. Little preview. Carlos limps in. Sam Clarke is going to ISO. King Jack off. Miguel's in there.
Raw position, right cards.
Got some kind words from Ashley Hines. Says, great job, Chris.
Thanks, Ashley.
Commentating. Thank you for the kind words, Ashley.
Really appreciate it.
You pulled the worst.
He's just going to call.
Why?
Kings in the straddle. Obviously would have preferred a squeeze. Maybe it's a misread. That's definitely possible.
The multi-way trap.
Oh, wow. Set for Carlos.
Well, let's bring a one-liner.
Set for Carlos. Open ender for Miguel. Overpair for Izzy, if that card reader's correct.
Barely misreads in that particular seat. If the misread's gonna happen, it's typically in the 1 to 9 seat with like the muck with the dealer.
Okay. Okay.
Or like cards getting flown over.
That makes sense.
But it's very rarely in the seat in those corner seats.
I've just had concerns about it before because there were a couple of spots where it sort of showed I like open folded kings or something from the small blind, or like ace king suited I just mucked. Ace jack suited I snap fold the three. Yeah. I guess so. He lays it down. Carlos went to the set. Nice hand. Carlos.
Is that what this is? Okay, I was like, I don't know where this came from. Say that again. Sorry. Probably. That's what I figured.
Who's that idiot, Izzy?
I figured I have like 3 more.
Isn't he from New York too?
Yeah, he's from the East Coast.
Okay, somewhere on the East Coast.
Neither is he.
I'm just assuming that might be like a friend or
for sure.
25 again. Good morning.
Come on.
Food coma. Thank you.
Puke.
75. Go.
Is this what it looks like?
And we were right. He's VPipping about 100% of hands here as we get to the tail end of our stream. Good spot here for Queen of Felt to squeeze with her exact folding.
I agree.
We'll just call.
Was it time?
We're going to come ace high.
Oh, no, it's a Russian.
Randy's going to pull up the best hand.
Yeah, 9 kicker does play.
For now. We have support. Got a text. Support from Danny Lee watching. Says, good job, Cashman. Thank you, buddy. My honorary stepdad, Danny.
Oh, Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
The morning 2-5
I
guy.
think he went to UT as well.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw him like wearing like some Longhorn outfits. And I was like, Danny, did you go to UT? He was like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Young lady can play a 7 deuce.
Danny's the best. I mean, just
Yeah, he's awesome.
Says Randy with 7 deuce.
I'm surprised he's actually never played on stream. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Aces and fours with a jack. It's going to be a chop between Randy and Daily Double Up.
Yeah, Cody was coming after me, like needling me one day, and Danny pops out of nowhere and says, "Hey, don't mess with my stepson like that. Don't mess with my stepson like that." So the honorary adopted son. It's really.
Yeah, 500.
It's probably the table winner 7 deuce, I would imagine.
Yeah, felt here. So how'd she get the river with king high? What's going on here? Did they bet the turn?
I guess it checked through. Yeah, it looks like it checked through. Maybe she's thinking about bluffing at it. I guess repping will be like ace jack.
She's got a cutout amount where she still has the 5K profit for the profit. No.
Yeah, she has to calculate that.
Gotta go for the raise here.
I really wish I would have paid attention to the flop and turn action.
Oh,
I guess
she bet the turn.
Bet 100 on the turn. Randy called. Randy led the river. I don't know. When she checked back the flop, it seems like she's repping pretty thin. Maybe she's repping a specific hand. I wish I would have kept up with this, but
maybe ace 4.
He's gonna put in the call.
Wow, but Randy, unbluffable.
Unbluffable.
That was good.
Unbluffable. Nice pot headed towards Randy.
Another nice one for Randy.
Golly.
I think if we learned one thing today, Derek, it's don't try and get Randy off a pair of aces. I mean, that's not the
not
the spot.
In a spot where he's always chopping or losing, that's such a sick call,
I
actually.
better still be up 5K after that.
There it is.
I would have lost it.
Nice hand, Randy, again.
Wow, that was an unbelievable call, actually. With how solid and tight the Queen of Felix been playing all night, other than the 7 deuce, obviously.
15?
Where he's calling the chop probably like 20% of the time, and the other 80% he's losing, right? Like, and that, or okay, I guess that 1% that he's winning.
Still one side bet.
Got actually a great question from NRG Fancy Focus here. Question for Chris: do you find it to be minus EV to be playing on streams often in these games, in the sense of long-term success in high-stakes games?
It's a really interesting question. I think some of the best high-stakes lineups are the games that are put together on stream. And so there's definitely an advantage to playing on stream because you're playing in some of the best big games you can find in town. But you are definitely giving something up, like in terms of showing all your whole cards throughout a full session.
Your frequency of defenses against 3-bets, or how often you're calling.
For sure.
Yeah.
In my estimation, I think if you're like a solid player that's playing fundamentally well, it's less of an issue. And so I haven't had that many concerns about it in the past, but it is definitely something I considered before I started playing on stream regularly.
Right. If you have a strategy that's possible of getting exploited, then it's probably not best to play on stream, right? Or I shouldn't say not bet, shouldn't play on stream, but like that's where you should be maybe concerned about how often you're playing.
Also, I found that like the image the stream helps you build is good for getting into or being more welcome in general high stakes games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point you're bringing up, right? Like players like Garrett Allison, like the best games that he's able to get in are all live stream, right? And it's if you're not willing to play that, then what games can you play?
Sure.
At that point. So.
And while games like run at TCH consistently, we've had a lot of high stakes games over the last couple months. The ones on stream are still some of the best, and not only most lucrative to play, but also some of the most fun to play. I really love playing the Wednesday game because of the cast of characters and more than just the fact that it's a good spot.
Right, and it looks like actually we're going to end the stream there off the flip. Sam Clarke had a monstrous night of about 10K. I think Queen of Felt did just as well. Randy had a really great night as well. Miguel had the rough one tonight, but apparently he's running pretty well on the floor.
And it looks like he's going to try and make it back after the stream. I'm going to go try and help contribute. I'm going to go contribute.
But Chris, it's been great having you on the stream. Thanks you so much for coming here. We'll definitely have you back on. At least seems like a lot of our viewers did enjoy your commentary. So we'll definitely have to do this again.
For sure.
So good luck out there in the Felt.
Thanks so much.
Everyone else, remember to tune in tomorrow for our Austin stream. And for all our tournament players out there, good luck for the rest of the week, firing away in the 500K mystery bounty. Hope to see y'all on Sunday, where I'll be commentating the final table for that tournament, which should be a great